magic is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine Ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. In the darkest of nights, gonna let my light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless. Greetings, fearless family. It's your main man, the Sorcerer Supreme, your host.
It's a no. It's a no.
Of Fearless every Saturday night right here on YouTube. Sorry about that. Cat started choking.
Craziness.
Cat crazy. I'm joined by my etherical translator and co-host, Paula Milo. We're not up on the screen just yet.
Hey, everyone. I'm here.
Take a moment, please. Let's gather ourselves. What's up, Fearless family? What's up, everyone? How yous doing? I'm wondering how your week was as I'm thinking about each and every one of you before I just switch the screen. And I wonder to myself.
What do you wonder from?
I wonder, what did you do to be productive this week?
Oh, you would even want to know.
What did you do?
I did so many things.
What did you do? Hey, what's up, everyone?
I did so many.
Ellen. Ellen's here.
Oh, Ellen.
Greetings. What's up, KG? Son. What's up, Sam?
Oh, thank you for
What's
the
up,
bubble.
son? What's up, Lisa? What's up,
Thank
Foodie?
you.
What's up, Kylie? Oh, man, I'm beat up. Sorry, we got to the party a little late. I was having some problems with my camera. Played around with it a little bit. Willow.
Hi, honey.
Willow.
Oh, 888. Thank you.
We love you, Willow. What a start to the show right there. Like, subscribe, share, tell everyone, what do you got left to lose? Let me tell you something right now for those of you that have been playing the game like, well, you know, it's kind of my side thing and I can't let my friends and my family know what the deal is because then if they do, the whole world's changing, literally. There are literally bombs going off in other places and explosions and underground tunnels and underground and right by the sea. And then there's all kinds of weird shit happening. If you're waiting any longer, then you're the one sitting on the middle of the fence. What are you doing to help? What have you done today? Hey, what's up, Wendy? What's up, Robert? Holy, the higher frequency, the Golden Lantern is in the house. Unicorn, Michael, what's up? Excuse me. Willow, you're awesome. So no one's really heard from us. I'm going into deep mode right now. I don't give a fuck right now. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you could say it.
Like, subscribe, and share. That's what I meant to say. What the fuck, everyone? Do you know the crazy shit going on this planet? Let's talk about it.
In this neighborhood?
Yeah, things are changing.
Yep.
Right? So meditation, it'll jump a few notches. Psychedelics jumps a few notches, right? Command and control. There's no training wheels, right? It's just, what are you doing? What are you up to? What are you putting your power? Where's your energy? Where's your consciousness? Where's your focus? Where's your attention? Where's your awareness? But where is it? Do you know where it is? Has it been expanding, or is the fighting getting worse? Is it getting worse for you, or are you getting better in the worst? Right? Like in the middle of the tornado, are you standing there, or are you flinging around inside the tornado?
Yeah, or making the best of it.
Are you? I know. You just make sure you talk directly into it.
I'll try.
It's been 4 years. I love each and every one of you. I love you too.
I know you do.
Oh, so much.
I know you do.
We're a little beat up.
You had a long week.
Excuse me. Shit. Really long week. A worthy week.
Mm-hmm.
One for the record books.
Mm-hmm.
We had another ceremony, a couple of days long, right? People came in. During that time, we had a blackout.
Yeah.
All the power still kind of out, right? Here's something I want to talk about. We'll jump right into it. There's a lot of things like Q drops and anonymous posts about the days of darkness, and we all take our turn at what our version would be or what's shown to us.
Right.
But I remember what I was saying to you, like each post from different whatever sources or whatever, like the boom, 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 and then there's 4 explosions, and they're like, oh, look, it equates to this, and then this equals to that date over there. I'm like, what if the 3 days of darkness isn't for everyone? What if it's in places, right? So you're getting the 4 booms aren't what? Mic drop booms. I didn't say anything, right? No, they're explosions. So there's 4 explosions. And I was kind of thinking, like the lights went out. They're still out over here.
Yeah. Yeah. People are still without
my
power.
brother had to move into my grandparents.
Yeah, because it's over a week.
They don't have power upstate. Weird. So I'm like wondering if it's just reference to places, not the planet. Right. So it's like events taking place in all different spots to let you know. So it's not necessarily like Donald Trump going dark for 3 days or the internet getting shut off. These are all assumptions, and I've even made them on the show. I was showing certain things, totally, but the timeline to stay on the
Optimum. It could be this also. Yeah.
And we've talked about it being all of these things at times. Yes. Why can't it all happen? There's all different factions. Everyone goes for broke. It's not just like one guy like Cobra Commander leader. Right. Even the high table's not one guy.
Right.
It's 12 people.
Or more.
Well, in the movie, I meant. Mm-hmm. So it makes me wonder if these different posts are for different events taking place in different places.
At different times.
At different times, leading all towards what we can see as a scripted event. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Doesn't get any more obvious than this. If I'm going to just show some stuff tonight because I don't care anymore. We're going to help these kids one way or another. I've seen some stuff this week that'll make you want to slap. It's like just walk right up to the president of the company and just fucking, what is wrong with you? Buttons on privates of child's toys that make them moan. Like, the pedo signs, they're signs and symbols. Remember, the signs and symbols will reveal them and show you who they are on baby toys. I don't even think you saw this yet.
I did see it.
On those little baby toys with the blocks.
No, not with the blocks.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna show it in a minute.
I didn't see that. I saw the trolls doll.
Yeah, Nick, they're gonna sacrifice each other. I know they're gonna just throw one guy on a sword, next guy on a sword. They're gonna do it all the way to the end. One of the crazy things I saw, this was a while ago, but when I saw them, everyone had to surrender, right? So they were trying to make a deal, and the reptilians were like, the white ones were like, hey, They were like royal or so, I don't know, whatever they are, those dummies. They're like, we'll give you everyone. You could have everyone, but you're gonna let me go, this one go, that one go. And they were like, no deal. No one gets out of this one. And
that's what you saw.
And I'm just in the, like, you're like the fly in the wall, like, whoa, like, oh, this is really weird. They're like, no, we already won. You already ascended. Like, remember I said it already happened. You say we already did this.
Yeah,
this is going to be a big one
now.
for tonight.
Yep.
Like the future you is there already done. That version of you is there, and they're guiding you. Every one piece of you is guiding you to the next piece. And I don't know. It's just really wild how I'm watching this play out. It is scripted. I've talked about stage and theatrical,
right?
In the etheric and here as well. There's media, TV. We've talked about. I believe you mentioned this like a week or two ago. How you saw the They Live kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he even said, didn't he say it? Roddy Piper, before he died, he said it was a documentary.
Yeah, but you were saying,
oh yeah,
when
you could see it. You could actually see it now.
And we were talking to Della and Joe. Shout outs to you guys, Warriors, by the way. We'll get more into that in a minute.
Warriors,
but she was at the light here, and they're like being inundated with like stop, go, this, that, the other thing, right? And there's just signs, and so she felt that. And then I was saying, hey, you know how it's funny is like, stop, get your attention. Like, I'm wearing red right now. If you wear red in nature like this, you'll get attacked. It's like it's like something that throws the mind into this weird place. So they put that all over the place. So it's throwing your mind off. It's throwing the animal's mind off, right? So you almost see how the control system can work on the human that's supposed to be conscious enough to see this happening and doesn't have a clue, has no clue. I don't have any clue this is happening. What are you talking about? You ever walk around Times Square? Do you have any idea what that's like? You ever walk through like one of those holiday parks where all the lights are flashing and there's Christmas and Santa songs and there's all kinds of shit and they're throwing snow.
Sensory
and
overload, yeah.
You're just like 20 minutes in there. Look, I'm blinking my eyes.
Here. He's letting us know.
Joe. So your eyes are blinking. You're kind of like, what the hell is going on here? I got to kind of get out of here. I can't. And when you're a kid, you're like, oh, let's go smoke there. And you could kind of handle it. But too many, look, I'm running out of breath thinking the flashing lights and all that. Like, because it's programming on one way level or another. Not saying that the flashing lights in the Christmas party is programming you. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Sensory overload.
The flashing is representative of exactly what's happening to you when you look at the TV. It's a whole bunch of flashing lights that are just flashing in a certain rhythm, and you're just picking it up as a solid picture. It's just this place is fucking weird, you know. We fought off things this week.
Oh yeah.
We got rid of them.
Yeah.
Permanente.
Yeah. We did a good job today. This week. Yeah. And today too.
I turned into a fucking vacuum cleaner at my house in the midst of the entire family that is now moved in for the next few
days.
Whatever.
Yeah. This week. Today this happened.
Shout outs to my mother, Diane. And congratulations on the new addition to the family.
Little baby puppy.
Little baby puppy cannoli. Right? Beautiful new addition to the family. I don't know what I'm willing to talk about with certain things right now. Do you know that? Like, I'm taking my breath and taking my time.
Take your time.
Because
look, we came off. We had a week.
Look at my eyes,
session.
Guys.
So we were.
It looks like I was fighting.
We were with the couple for
crying.
A week, and it was a tumultuous week. We had blackouts. We had to deal with a lot of obstacles, and down to today, and then we go to Mom's, and there's more stuff going on over there. I mean, Frank purged. I can't even tell you what happened to him when we got home. He purged. I said, we have to get it out before the show. I said, I know you don't like anything stopping you from doing the show. And with a little help, he purged, but it was a very laboring, I would say, laboring experience.
So
and we're all already coming off a very tumultuous week.
I'm going to jump around a little bit because my mind's a little scattered. I'm trying to ground it up though. But I brought the tuning fork, 528?
Yeah, megahertz, yeah.
So this thing is not letting me down once yet, right? So it's a tuning fork. I think I showed it on the show before. It's like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Bing.
Where'd you get that 24?
Well, you gave it to me.
Oh, yeah.
That frequency of love
Mm-hmm.
seems to break up a lot of stuff
Every
inside
time.
of you, right? It seems to be pleasurable for those that need it, and those that really need it hate it.
Uncomfortable. They hate it.
Hate it. I'm so scared. Don't come near me with that. What? The person right next to you is like having like an ear orgasm, right? Totally loosen stuff up and starts talking.
Yep.
So I walked around my house today since everyone lives there, and I got the kids who were in desperate need.
Well, it's a hard situation. They had no power for a couple of days, and then they have to come down to mom's in the Bronx, and they have to pile everyone in the car, and it's been hot.
No, I'm going to say something. It's not the people as much as it is the problem. As much as it is the people, that's the problem.
Well,
but it's first round from a shaman is everyone sick, so I get it. Everyone's got it. I went through it. You go through it.
What? Put the fan on because you're smoking out here. But
I don't give a fuck.
Look, it's hard. It's hard. This whole COVID thing has thrown off the dynamic
Hulk Hogan?
on how people live.
Sorry.
Okay. This is a very strange time we're living through. You know, like these kids are, you know, you have to give them credit because they're handling it as best they can. Now there's no socializing, you know, so everyone's together all of the time. And it's a very difficult thing to go through for a lot of people. I mean, I was having panic attacks, and I love to be home, and I love not to be around other people. And I was having panic attacks. So I could imagine how, you know, in school starting for a lot of.
I'm
like,
literally on air
soon.
trying to talk about this with you guys, smoking weed.
I
can't imagine someone that can't do that. Well,
yeah.
I mean, the conversation can't be handled on any level, but
no,
you can't even just smoke a joint to chill
or relax at all.
You can't take a pharmaceutical and sit back.
No, you can't do anything.
You could drink a beer, but then you're going to punch somebody, perhaps kill them.
Right.
Because I would on that.
Right. Oh, is that your nose thing?
Yeah. I put it up to a high quality. I don't know if you could tell on the camera. Like StreamYard has all these new options and stuff. So I up the quality.
Is that why there's more room on the screen?
There's just you can see the background, and look how clear my hand is right there. Look, watch this. Sorry, got you. Paula's been so funny this week. She was so funny with Ellen yesterday. I'm not even going to say what happened, but all I know is it was like watching your friend get shot, and I fell laughing.
But it was funny.
It was the great. No, when you're friends, whatever. When you're on that level, with the
That's
way
I really love her. I could say that. I give it to Frank all the time.
When it's that deep, you could snap. Me and Aaron and I, Expanded Understanding, shout outs to Aaron and Zach. I've said some stuff to him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, do you realize that people don't know at home like how big your head is? Like, it's gigantic.
They don't,
because he's just a good looking guy on camera. But he's gigantic.
They don't realize
I had to hold his head.
Like he didn't fit in the apartment. He was like one of those really big dogs that people.
He took my hat. I'm like, this is not going to fit on me ever again.
Yeah, like just don't touch anything. Just sit in the corner quietly. Fold
you
know, your legs up.
And I might maybe look or sound big on camera or something, but I'm only 5'8" and I'm just hitting it, right? So when I met Joe's hand, he grabbed me. He was like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm like, oh, if he would have just squeezed, it would have broke. That's why we asked him, what do you do for a living?
Yeah,
He's like, what did he say? Iron worker. And I was like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we need one of those. Okay. Put them in the arsenal, people we know.
I don't even know how Antifa guys are mouthing off to dudes like that.
I have no idea.
Those guys are the nicest guys in the world, not the Antifa, the other guys, like the regular people, the working man. If they really get angry and throw you a slap,
right,
you're dead.
You're dead.
I don't even know how you would handle that, because I'll knock you the fuck out and
on
they'll
a
knock
daily
me the fuck
basis.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They'll be like, no, you're not going to do nothing today. And you're just,
Yeah.
I can't move.
Although Joe will tell you, if you ask him, that size does not matter.
Joe, true. When it comes to what we do, correct.
Yeah.
But it's always great to have both sides of the coin.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Paula is referring to the warrior inside of her.
Outside of her.
And outside of her.
In the kitchen.
I don't know how advanced some of you have gotten to the level of dismissing demonic entities or pulling that shit out of people and helping them draw it out so they can push it, because it's not like me doing it, but it's also me helping you. You're the push. Like, you're the one having the baby, right? You're coughing it up, you're spitting it out, you're transmuting it back. But to break that up, it takes Aya.
It does.
DMT, a mixture, all different kinds of plant medicines and combinations, magic fucking wands.
Yeah.
Shake, rattle, rolls.
Well,
they
work.
Sages.
You used 2 wands and they worked. So that's all I have to say.
Right, I used my wands and they
2
fucking
of them
worked.
And they worked. So I have a funny story though.
Go ahead.
In the middle of this. Okay, so now as we spoke about on the last show, why is it so hot? The air conditioner is off. That's why it's so hot in here.
Would you like me to turn it on?
No. I'll go turn it on and then I'll go tell. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
It's just been that kind of a crazy week. Fighting these things off, but getting them out across the board is wonderful. I took them out of my house today and almost collapsed and had to leave. I came home and I purged so hard with the help of Paula, and it was like throwing up.
Oh, it was
demon
awful.
After demon.
It was terrible.
And I'm going, I didn't even do anything today.
All I ate was a crumb bun. What happened to me?
All right. You're up.
Okay, just before we hit the heavy, this is a funny story. So the people that listened to us the last show or a few shows ago or whenever I had mentioned it, you know that we feed the squirrels peanuts, even though we're, like the neighbor hates it anyway. So we feed the squirrel peanuts. And about a month or so ago, she must have buried a peanut in Mary's rosemary bush. So she has this beautiful rosemary bush planted in this little cement like area. It's like where the gutter drops and then with the side of the steps going up. Exactly. So it's a little dirt you would patch. Put like a Mary on the half shell if you're Italian, or a St. Jude. A Mary on the half shell. Don't make fun of me. You know what I'm talking about.
No, that was great.
The Virgin Mary or the St. Jude or whatever saint you put in that spot. So she has this rosemary bush. Shut up. You know what I'm talking about. Because
they're everywhere around here.
I know. We had the St. Jude one in front of our house. I know. I got my house. I buried the saint upside down in the dirt. I know. Shut up. So you're so stupid. So I can't. I gotta wait now. You've heard that before.
No, I know, but that's great. Bring it back. Bring it all back.
1987. No. So.
Oh my gosh.
We were kids. Anyway. No, seriously. So stop it. Stop being silly. Stop it. Stop it. You had your moment before. When you had his moment all day. I was like, it's my turn now. Just give me 10 seconds. So she has a rosemary bush planted in this spot, this dirt patch, basically. And it's become this like Christmas tree size bush. It's a rosemary bush, but we can't like pick any of the herbs because the cats poop in that area. So the the squirrel that I give peanuts to, she must have planted a nut in the rosemary bush a couple of months ago, and it sprouted this beautiful peanut plant.
I mean, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It really
little
was. I
peanut
could
plant
laugh
coming
about
out of the
it
bush.
all this, but it was gorgeous.
And our landlady even said, "Don't use the rosemary because I saw the cats peeing in here." So I was like, "Okay, Mary." And it was a beautiful little peanut plant. And eventually, the peanuts could have been dug up by the squirrels. But anyway, so Frank and I were checking. We check it every morning when we wake up. We check when we go out for coffee. We check it. And I said, I want to know if she's going to pull it. And then this morning I went out and she pulled it. She pulled that beautiful peanut plant. She's just the strangest lady. I love her, but she's
kill beautiful things
just because they think they don't belong there.
So you'll have nothing but a dirt patch with some shit in it.
Right. So no, this is the funny part though. See, that wasn't it. That was just the story, right? So now I went out there this morning and I had my coffee and I go, now we love her. She's going to be 100 years old in November, and she's our landlady and she's very sweet. She's very difficult. She's also the one that backhanded that squirrel a couple of weeks ago. So she pulled out this peanut plant and I'm sitting outside and I said, immediately it went from she's a nice old lady to that bitch. She pulled out that peanut plant. I was outraged, right? So I sit down, I'm sitting in the chair and I'm just like sitting there annoyed that she pulled out that peanut plant, and who comes over? 3B, and she takes his shit. And I was like, good for you, old lady. And then I felt terrible. And then I laughed and I felt better and I went inside. I think I went inside and then I drank more coffee. But it was like I went from a high to a low to a high to a low, and then I was laughing and then I felt better. And then I felt better until this afternoon.
Yeah, well, it was like this whole week prepared.
Yeah,
every day for the last week has prepared me for the day in front of the next day.
Oh, you don't even know. I had
if for those of you that see me and I look beat up and tired, it's because I am. We are beat up and tired. I literally purged out demons from my entire fucking family today. And I was like, no, don't suck it up. Like, don't do that. And
no,
fuck you, Frank.
Yeah.
Guess what? Suck it up, fucking buttercup. And it was like it came out of every single person in that house.
Oh, and then your mother she was saying, well, the next time Frankie sleeps over, I was like, you have a house full of people till Wednesday. I think you're good. Like, where do you want him to sleep? In the kitchen floor? Like, where do you want to put him?
So I got worried because there was all this craziness going on about the dog. He was only 3 months old and small. So there was some weirdness going on. So I kind of cleared the entire place.
Well, I'm sorry, just put that in your face. I'm so sorry.
Paula kept an eye on me. Gangster. Right. And then that don't bother me. I'm like, that's just more for me.
No,
she's sharing.
I'm so rude that I didn't mean to do that. I have no etiquette.
And then I laid on the floor and played with the dog for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I pulled the fear out of the dog. Like, get comfortable. This is your home.
Yeah.
I may not be, your dad, but I'm as close as that shit's going to get until the day you die. Trust me. And I laid with the dog, and the dog laid right in. You saw how we were laying.
I know.
On her back, and then on her face, on my face.
Mm-hmm. She's a cutie. She is.
I was like, this is perfect. And once again, the universe provided a choice for my family members. First for one, didn't work out so well. And through the freak out, another one who actually was the one who was asking for it.
The universe gave her what she asked for.
Right.
Actually, it's funny.
So one person's I can't handle this responsibility turned into the person next to him going, oh, I will love that fucking thing forever. Mm-hmm. Just give her over, and we're changing the name. It was Princess Peaches, and then for like one day, and then turned into Cannoli, you look like a cannoli, fuck off.
She's a cutie. It doesn't matter.
I was like, wow.
I'm gonna call her what I want to call her anyway.
All I know is that dog's going to be spoiled.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's gonna be very spoiled.
I have a new family member, which is wonderful, but my mother had been talking shit a long time about a dog.
And now she's got one. So
and then her version of it in her head is like this big giant dog, and it's gonna live out in the backyard. I'm like, the backyard's not big enough. You don't get a big giant dog in the Bronx like this.
Yeah, you don't do that. No, you need a little dog.
It becomes a target to every pit bull and Rottweiler here because that's like 90% of the dogs. And then there's all the little dogs. So, but there's no place for the dog to run. And then this perfect sized dog shows up.
But you know what? The dog, that's what I'm saying. The dog showed up. You don't have a choice. The dog showed up.
Yeah, but guess what?
She needs love.
The dog likes being in the car.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you're like, wait, what? So she's like, she could come with me.
She's a little girl and she likes being in the car.
And she likes her little
she doesn't mind being in the
thing
car.
Around her neck and shit. It's just like, ee.
Yeah, not like our ungrateful little.
I'm like, look at this. Look at how your friend showed up. Because that's what that is. That's your best friend now.
It's her thing to love. Yes. It's her baby to love. Yes.
I'm not gonna say names or anything, but I'm gonna continue this by saying I want you guys to know that I use the frequency. The 528 hertz on everyone in my house today, and I saw some stuff that really upset me. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I saw one person recoiled, one full recoil, like in full fear. Get that away from me. Right. And it was totally unexpected. You know, when you see something and you want to blame parents for being dickheads or not understanding or irresponsibility or whatever, but then you see the demon and you remember the entity. You remember what it did to you or it does to you. And it's like they're still wearing the mask. They don't understand that.
Or remember.
They're not. It's not there yet. But in that, I've never seen. Oh, I'm going to switch it a little. Okay. Okay. I want you to think about this, and I haven't been looking at any of the chat or anything, but if I put a puppy in your living room. Right. And I put all of us in the living room. Like, picture everyone in the chat right now. Your fearless family, everyone listening is in a living room. And I put a dog and a cat in the living room with everyone, a puppy and a kitten. Okay. How many of you will be like, ew? I'm just curious. What? Puppies light it up. It brings everyone to life. It's a fucking puppy. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen next to the fucking birth of your own child. Most of the times. It's cuter, by the way. I said it. Baby. Not every one of your fucking kids is cute. It's all right. Somebody has to come in second place. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yes. I'm just breaking balls tonight. I have to because of what I saw. Why are you getting so mad? You know what? Get off my show. I'm not getting mad because I used the tuning fork on you when we get home. Tuning fork. That's what I was looking for. Get closer to me. Okay. So, a puppy lights the room up. A kitten. Paula. If it's not doing that and it's looked at as, get it away from me, or this is too much responsibility or whatever. Now, there's nothing wrong with those feelings. There's absolutely nothing wrong with those feelings. It's just really odd as a creator.
Agreed.
That something is so heartwarming and beautiful. As beautiful as the fucking most beautiful sunrise. As beautiful as the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. Staring at you like, and you're like, fuck out of here. I want you to know it's really, really, really difficult for me to sit in a room with people that would go ill to that, or I gotta get the fuck out of here, or I can't handle this.
I think it's the entity. I don't think it's.
I don't give a fuck. I know. This is what I was saying. I'm not blaming anyone.
No.
I'm seeing the entity. So you want to be mad at something that a person's doing. Like you want, like in the past, we just pick on each other, right? What the fuck's wrong with you, motherfucker? You come to Thanksgiving dinner and you're being a fucking dick, and you bring the fucking puppy and you're being a fucking dick. Remember, you know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone throws a plate and someone throws a dick, somebody throws a cucumber. You just like, what the fuck is going on here? It's Thanksgiving again at the Castle House, right? Just what the fuck? It becomes WWE, but it's not like that anymore. It's not like that. So we're looking from a different perspective, a different layer. So
Sure.
where I used to get choked for being a little dummy, right, or thrown off the table or something like that, it's not like that.
Yeah.
So senses of responsibility and just cat being a casual cool cat, right out the fucking window. I see not you being the problem, but where you're at in the level of your game is the issue, pretty much. Like it's not. There's nothing I can say. I could offer love. I could throw some. We could get our dragons to throw some fucking violet flame on these things, right? Send white light of love. Everything after that starts becoming interference, unless you just kind of say casually, "Hey, you know." I started saying stuff like, how much is before it's too much, right? When you living life like this, for those at home that are watching, I'm going to go stiff as a board. You ready? And I'm going to shake a little. I'm going to freak out over everything. And then each detail in the conversation of drama, which to you is the greatest thing on earth. It's the most important. No, you don't understand. The light switch was up. You don't fucking get it, do you? I'm like, you just shut it. And if it keeps going up for some strange reason, because you're going to get detailed and I'm not your fucking therapist, just put a piece of tape over it. You want me to be a dick? Put a piece of gum on it. Right there. Just stick it right there. But it's just solution, problem, solution, problem, solution, drama. Then, oh, I feel better.
Well, you clear.
Hold up. Why are you saying it like that and looking at me like that?
I didn't say anything.
No one could hear you but me.
I didn't say anything, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think they still can. I'm sorry. So my point is, we're dealing with thickness in the crust, so to speak, and they're just not there.
Right.
So this is what I was getting at. It's when it's their time, they're going to rise. That's what this all comes down to. I just did a Paula right there. I just jumped right to the ending because she looks bored with me.
I'm not bored at all.
So we can't really necessarily blame them. I'm in there. My brother looked at me and says, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I started slumping over. He was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What is wrong?" I was thinking in my head, "What is wrong?"
Because you
and
pulled out.
He said, "I feel really good right now."
Right.
Right. And I was like, "Because I'm doing all the work and you have no idea what's going on." That's what I said.
Right.
And he just looked at me like.
And then I said it was time to go.
I was like, "Yo, I gotta get out of here right now." It was almost like my meter filled. Like I pulled in.
That's what I was talking about one of those Ghostbusters things, right? Yeah, you were filled up. You took all his shit and you took it on. You did not transmute it or protect yourself. Nothing.
I couldn't. I kept trying to stop it, and it wouldn't stop. It just kept going.
I know that because the tentacles shot out.
Fuck those tentacles. I'll smash those things.
You got to work on that. We have to work on that now.
There's got to be a better way to transmutate for me than
I think
I don't even know. That was like
I think because you feel so much empathy towards your brother, you want to take it on for him. And I think no matter what you tell yourself, that's what's happening. Because this is like the fourth time now. So we leave and we go home, and Frank is home for 4 minutes. And I said, come on, you got to push this thing out of you. It's inside of you. And I get the tuning fork, and we make Frank go into the bathroom, and
I laid on the bed first, and I was like, yo, you gotta, like, you check me out. She was ready to go. And then she hit the thing, and I said, oh no, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna throw up. Like, this is not good. And then she hit, I guess, behind me. I'll let her explain it, but I sounded like Joe.
It came out. And I was telling him to, again, open his mouth.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
It took about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it took a minute.
It took a long time.
A New York minute, definitely.
It did. Because then we had to pick up the laundry after that. But yeah.
My eyes were like coming out of my head. I had to put sunglasses on. I hate wearing sunglasses now. It strained from, I'm going to tell you this right now. The other night, I was having pains, and I think they were associated with our guests, right? Because as a shaman, I was purging for them, but it hurt in my sac.
Sacral chakra. That's
no, it was my ball, but it was the one that never, ever, 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 and then
that's where it hurt you. But he was working out his sacral chakra.
Oh, whatever. All of his chakras. I know is that shit hurt.
I know.
And then you saw me. I fell on the bed, and I said, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I keep trying to fix myself. It's so painful, but I can't. Like, I'm feeling, but there's nothing there.
That wasn't yours. That's
okay. But that hook that's in there, that went out. Then today,
I know
that's where it was again. It started to hurt on top right before I threw up. I was in so much fucking pain from there
because
up here, missing my heart completely because
that's where your brother is blocked. So that's what you're pulling from him right there. Solar plexus.
No, I know. I did it for our guests, and I did it for my house today.
I know you did. I was here.
You're so challenging.
I'm not being challenging. I love you. I won't let anything happen to you. I'm not challenging. You think I wanted that shit inside of you a minute longer?
No, you were helping me. I was just trying to, give you props and shit.
What? No.
Why do I feel like I'm in Bad Boys 4?
That was a poorly written movie, and I don't think we should discuss it. Bad Boys 3. So let's let that one go.
So it was so painful. And in my head, what I saw was me laying down, like being done when the purge was almost pretty. I threw up so hard. It was disgusting.
I know.
I don't usually purge like that.
It was a crumb bun.
I was the ugliest fucking crumb bun.
Minutes. Flush after flush.
After flush. I couldn't understand it. Out of my eyes, out of my nose. And I was like, what is happening to my life? It was terrible. And so inside of me, what I saw in my head was me collapsing and falling weak into a
fetal position.
And then I was like, somebody's got to help me. I'm like surrounded by these things. Like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. And I looked up and I saw 2 dogs running right at me. And I was like, I'm dead now. Now they got dogs, and their fucking teeth were out, and they looked like Doberman pinchers, but Egyptian.
They look like
dogs.
Anubis.
They were pretty big. They were big dogs. And then one of them, I thought it was going to bite me, ran over me, and then put me under his belly, like kept me under him. And I was just rolled up.
Yes.
And I looked up, and it was going to attack everyone. And the other one started making a circle and backing everything up.
You were protected.
And I fell in the bathroom. I was just laying there. I'm like, I can't.
Thank you.
I can't. That's it.
But they were there to protect you.
It was like the final straw of the entire week.
Of course it was.
Which everything is successful within itself. Here I am. I'm here with you. We're in love. Everything's groovy. We're once again, badge of fucking awesomeness. We kick the shit out of everything, right? We are like the Ghostbusters at this point. I don't even fucking know anymore, because the way it worked out is synchronistically so incredible that only something of the highest divine order could even fucking contemplate something like this. Like I can't, it's so difficult in my head sometimes to wrap my head around it. And it's like, yo, man, I can't believe it. I believe it. I can't believe it. I believe it. I can't believe it. I believe it. Like, because that's just the saying, wow, I can't believe this shit. But I really do believe it. But wow, I can't believe this is what's happening. But yeah, I guess so. I can. Like this crazy, it's like the mirror of the place is making me like pan in and pan out. Like I believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can believe it. You know, it's playing that weird game where the big guy is like, no, you believe it because look what you're seeing. Well, we're sharing it with the world.
No,
so.
I'm saying it's just a little, it is a little overwhelming, and it's okay to feel that way. You know, you thought it was enough already. And then, you know, and it's funny because Nick, we did, you know, Nick says we both need a good night's sleep. It's funny that you should say that because last night we really did get a good night's sleep. Ellen had come over as well, and she brought this really great chocolate back from wherever. And it was edible chocolate, and it was delicious. And we thank you,
Lexi,
and we
love
really
you.
did have a good night's sleep. It was just today.
No, we slept fine. We got beat up
today.
You don't know. Everyone moved into the house. All right, so
today it was combating a lot of energy.
I've never seen, guys, ladies, gentlemen, Fearless family. I've like never seen this.
Little baby demons all over the place, and
the whole and fucking place. I got so upset.
It was just so depressed. It was like a depressed energy.
After an hour, he says to me, "What's wrong? Like, what is you're looking at me and I'm like, every fucking person in this house, everyone,
miserable.
I'm not gonna disinclude anyone except for me and Paula and myself, and we're the ones here all the time, but everyone in this fucking house is miserable. Everyone. I've never seen such a large group of gathered people miserable, and everyone's got everything they need, all the tools, all the talent, all the help, all the money, all the food, all the cool people. What the fuck do you need in this world that is so out there that you can't obtain it right fucking here? Tell me.
But the answer is none of it.
I'm getting a dead sound from the etherics because they know it's known. Whatever. Am I too much energy? Am I too high voltage?
No, I just think that.
And I'm not slamming my family. I'm telling you.
Today was a hard day. Tomorrow will be a good day because you can rest the whole day.
Others are going through this. Mm-hmm. Right? So we're ahead of the wave. We didn't crash under the wave, the crash of the wave. No, there's no crash. We absorbed the all right. To put it fun, the enemy would have taken their shot and took their full. It was everything they had and dumped it into us, and we smashed them each and every time. But every single day, all week long, which has been weird. Like we haven't really done that in a while. So it's like it's a lot of energy output, being with a lot of people.
Oh, it was a lot.
Doing what we did and being successful.
I was exhausted.
Dead. And during it, you can't really, you sleep, but you don't really sleep. Like you get, what did you get, 4 hours, 5 hours?
That's what happened to me. I slept and then I woke up for a couple of hours and then I slept for a couple of hours.
You're in dream world the whole time. You're just going and going and going. So you reach that point of holy crap, and you're still just doing it, smacking it away. However, we still appear like the freakazoids, especially me. Not you as much at all, actually. No. You seem to be like, and I'm going to make a joke about Paula being my handler. She can handle me and my shit according to others. Oh, she must be able to deal with him and his nonsense. Oh, yeah. I know how others think. I've heard them talk when I'm right in the other room. I can fucking hear you. But because it's so not true, I don't even bother. I laugh at shit like that. But at the same time, she can, but it's not what they think at all. I don't even know if I'm looking for a reward or anything. I just wanted others to, they don't notice. So this is what I saw today. I saw in our auras were like eggs that were shiny,
yes,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was an aura right in front of me. Literally, it looked like that, right? Just a line over you to the ground, not closed.
Like a cloche, like a glass dome.
Yeah, just take your glass, turn it upside down, put it over the spider on the table, right? Trap it in there, blow smoke in there. The spider has no fucking clue what's going on. It's just trapped in the glass thing, has no idea it's even glass. It's touching it like I should be able to go through this thing because I could see through it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what's happening here. That was what I was seeing, with energy coming in from all directions, eating and zapping. So it was like, so you're just like getting elected. It's like putting a little knob, I was saying, on top of the glass, and then shooting electricity at that. And then it electrifies you at like just enough to make you feel like shit. Like you're on 500 cups of coffee, but you've never done any drugs. Mm-hmm. And you're like, so no solution works. No help works. It's just you drama, dropping the demon off in your lap and then going running out and having a good fucking time. That's not how this works. It's not self-responsibility. I was telling Paula, how do you explain this to someone who's really fucking responsible in life, in 3D life, that is looking at you going, it's working, but go fuck yourself, because they can't hear it. I don't understand really what you're saying, but it makes sense, but it doesn't.
Because you're not going to get the answer that you like. The answer is the next time we have to guard and put our protection up and allow it.
No,
allow it to stay.
No, my grandfather's there and the dog's there.
No. You can have it go, but you're not gonna go as deep as you did. And then
I was just trying to help.
Why do you feel better every time I am here?
Yeah, I got to find a better teaching.
You do. You have to.
I have a feeling. I have this weird feeling.
You have to find a better way to say it.
Somehow my brother grew into like an older guy. However, like the one that you see on TV that just wants to pull his fucking hair out. But you know, I used to tell this to Shaman Jimmy, because Jimmy used to say he used to send people to me, and I used to send people to him because the personality types.
Right.
And I would say this over and over again, like, my brother can't, I don't think, hear this from me. He needs to hear it from someone like you, who's just mad cool. Even though I'm cool, I'm like the older brother. He's like, fuck out of here.
But I did tell him.
No, not you either.
You're saying he doesn't want to hear it from us.
No, imagine one of his buddies turning around and going, "Hey, buddy, you know what?" And then he's like, oh, and just like what Diane does with you.
Yes. Oh yeah, I plant the seed and then she'll come back and give
she'll go, I don't got time for that, Paula. Then 3 days later, I go, you know what I'm going to do? And it's exactly what Paula said she should do. And then she goes and does it. By the time Paula shows back up, it's
Paula
done.
Says that was the greatest idea ever, Diane.
She doesn't ever try to fight it. She's just like, no,
that was
looks
the great idea.
See, I'm trying to do that too, but we all, so this isn't about me as much as it is about all of us, have to find solutions. We're riding the crest of the wave. We're not crashing. We're helping others before they get smashed with the wave. I'm Silver Surfer. It's not happening, guys. I'm not crashing. It's not crash and burn for me.
You can't keep doing it, though.
If the enemy had an enemy lines, etherically, I smashed them a long time ago. I led a battalion through a line in their wall to show you it was fucking fake. It was fear. They don't have what you think they have. And there's so many more of us. And we're in a holographic reality, in a organic simulation kind of situation. So your consciousness rules. So it doesn't even fucking matter if they had everyone, if we sat there and said no. Nope. Because on this end, it's I'm going to vote my money. I'm going to say no this way or that way. And I'm going to do it this way or that way. On the other end, you say no and everyone stops and goes, I guess it's not happening.
Because no is hard to hear for the first few times. And then if you believe what you are saying in your heart and in your head, and you're putting it out to the universe, what you are saying, and you're not contradicting yourself in your belief and your thought, it will happen. And then the universe will provide you instances where you do not have to say no. So it's
you say no the right way,
yes,
and then you
say
don't
no
you say
the
it
right
less
way,
later.
and then you say it less and less and less if you believe it to be so. If you're saying it and you're not believing it, the universe is going to
so
give
your
you
belief system,
again,
your system of belief is what runs
faith, believe.
The matrix system, the universal structure of the whole thing,
Right.
but that I say rewards bravery, that wants to work alongside you, it conspires for you. You need to believe it, though. That's how this works. It's magic. I believe it's so to be, and I sit in that frequency,
but it is
and it just starts happening.
It is
like that.
Because if you believe you can be healed of something, you can be. If you've already defeated yourself and said absolutely not,
desperate belief is different than believing.
it in your mind, you've already lost the war in your mind, then don't even try. Wait and stop, and then try another time, because 50% of that battle is won or lost in your mind. And that's just the way it is. And I don't care what anybody says.
In a holographic reality where your consciousness runs shit, it's 100%.
It's your faith. It's your belief. It's what you know to be true. It's what resonates with you. It's how you feel at the end of it. Do you feel good? Then it was a good feeling. Do you feel bad? Then it was a bad feeling. Do you feel guilty? You should not. Are you in positions where you constantly have to say no? Then change the way you're thinking just a little bit, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And then you don't have to go back, because you can't go back. That's just the way it is. And, you have to protect yourself better. Yeah, you can still go in and clear, but go in and clear with the intention of clearing. You're also empathizing, and you're pulling as an empath also, which is not healthy. And you're doing that out of love. Okay. And it's funny because that's the only person that you do that with. Even me, you don't do that. You don't pull anything out of me empathically. So, and I understand that totally.
I was like a vacuum that I couldn't shut off.
You were like a vacuum.
All right, I want to tell you guys.
You were like, you were like a coke-whore on a Friday night.
I was gonna say like a black hole opened in my chest, and I became the singularity. But
or that.
A coke-whore on a Saturday night,
or that,
with like a pound in front of her, and she's like, oh, "My name is now Tony Montana." Sorry. I'm just interested in how that story would go down.
Or we could go,
because we did laugh a lot this week as well.
We did. You made me laugh before too. So whatever. But shut up. No. So I've been taking a lot of shit, and I don't know why lately I'm stumbling because I'm smoking. Whatever. Shut up. So I still managed to cook tonight. I was very proud of myself, and I was showered, and we were productive today, and we adulted, and I fucking adulted.
This is victory. This is what I was saying.
This is victory with a V. Yes, I got the call, and I answered the call today.
We were all beat up, and you're like you're sitting around, and you think to yourself, "Oh man, I'm fucked up from all this. It was rough," and I'm like, "Nah." What does a warrior do, right? He goes into the arena, he does his job, she does her job, and then
let's go to Disney World.
No.
Let's not rest for the day have a sandwich.
That's actually opposite of what I was saying. So I was saying you're so beat up, and you're like licking your wounds kind of, but you're like, wow, that was amazing. And I'm like, yeah, so you're here, right? You survived? And it's like, well, yeah. It's like, right. So what are we doing? We're putting ice packs on. I mean, we just literally went to war with what? What did we see this week? What was it this time? Was it reptilians? Was it ourselves? What was it? Was it this thing in your chest? Was it this one in your balls? Which one was it in your back? Was it stuck in your ear? Was it in your ass? Was it in your fucking eye? Was it my fault, your fault, her fault, his fault? Who was it?
That motherfucker called Con Edison that did it.
That mother.
Son of a bitch. My sister has a new quote. She says, 2020 will not kill me.
Yeah. It will only make me stronger.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
building the new
I can't
supervisors in the Mad Max world to some degree or another.
I don't know. Okay. So I thought today was going to be a quiet day that I got the call from Mom. Paula, if I take this dog, will you be able to take her when I want to go on vacation? So I said, oh, you're going to take the dog. Now, meanwhile, I'm jumping up and down silently, but I have to react like I don't care. Meanwhile, I'm like, please take the dog. I was praying all night. Please take the dog. Please take the dog. Please take the dog. I was sending love at the dog. I was sending love at Diane last night. So I'm playing it cool. And I'm like, sure, I promise you, I will take that dog anytime you need me to take the dog. You need to go away for 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. You want to go to the supermarket, I will come over, Frank will come over, and we will take the dog till the day the dog dies. I promise I will take the dog till the day the dog dies. Take the dog, Diane. So she was like, okay, I'm taking the dog. I was like, okay, I'm coming over later. I'll see you. Bye. And I tell Frank, and I'm like, I go inside, and we have one step outside. We have one step. And I almost tripped over it. And I was like, Frank, he was doing like 10 things. He was like, what? I was like, she's taking the dog. He goes, who, my mother? She called you? I said, yeah. She asked us, and I told him if when she goes on vacation, if we would take the dog. And I said, we would take the dog no matter what. And I said, guess what? You just got a dog because it's going to be Frank's dog. I have a feeling. And his mother's dog, yeah, but it's going to be Frank's dog because his dog loves Frank. I mean, it's a cute little shitty little dog. She's adorable. She was a lot of money. She's a very expensive dog. I now would have found a dog fucking rattling around in the street with worms, mange, fucking fleas.
No, everyone was screaming after everyone wants a puppy, right? And we're like, a puppy's a fucking baby.
Get a rescue dog that's a little bit older, like a couple of years, like just.
Yo, there's one sitting in a cage that will literally
love you to death forever.
Automatically, right off the bat, within a few days, it'll go down on the ship with you. It's just forever, whatever that means. It'll watch the baby. It'll take care of the kids. It'll fucking open and close your fucking refrigerator. It'll eat your slippers. It'll have a good time. It'll pee on the couch. You'll get mad. And then it'll look at you like, and then you'll kiss it and be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. And you'll teach it really. Man, whatever. See, I'm different.
Okay.
Too. Anyway, so you get the baby. You got it. We were saying one thing.
Tiny baby.
Now and then everyone's like, got to be too responsible for this. Should have got an adult dog. And I was like, okay, well, you can't really tell you so. And that dog's not going nowhere. So
Mom's got a dog.
And
Frank's got
the most fucking beautiful dog.
She's cute.
She's beautiful. Adorable. I laid on the floor in the kitchen. I'm the only one that just laid on the floor with the dog, which is driving me nuts. On the floor with the dog. Not like me.
No, but
you know what I mean.
Not like you. I know you did.
Like I'll eat that little dog up all day, all night.
I know.
And she, it's the cutest thing in the world.
We have to get toys for her and extra bed. Because she's gonna have to go upstairs with your mother at night, so we're gonna have to get a whole bunch of stuff for her.
Let's see what she has in mind first, please, because she's gonna be like, "All right, my dog." Yeah. Be like, "What do you like? The color pink? We'll get a pink one, like a pink basket for the dog to sleep in, or something."
Possibly.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
To fill her, so because if she already has an idea, we could just fulfill her dream idea rather than getting her something and then she's gonna want something different. That's all I'm saying.
No, totally.
You got to know Diane to know Diane.
You're right.
Right? High five. We work as a team.
I said I'll help you with the chewy.com. You'll order the food on Chewy.
No, it's great to.
Yeah. So I said, this is how she sucks me
save life.
You see, because I set boundaries. I set boundaries, and the universe was like, "Oh yeah, you're so proud of yourself. You set boundaries. Yeah, you're free and clear." Yeah, this is how they suck me back in. Because.
Well, and here's the thing. So all of this and success intertwined with the whole thing.
I feel very successful today.
Okay, it's the Lion's Gate. It's 8-8.
I adulted like a motherfucker. If I didn't do a goddamn thing for the rest of the month, no one could say shit.
If I just laid down right now and didn't get back up,
yeah,
there's a whole bunch of you out there that are good. That
we're
are
good.
Real good.
We're good. We're all good.
Right?
We're
Just remember to wake me up when we get there, you know, if that's
I'm like, this is for you, Ellen. I'm like,
I never
6 pieces of fudge in, and I'm gonna have to freeze.
Can we have a piece of chocolate?
You want it now? Yeah, I'll go get it.
One of those little gold.
Oh, the one. Yeah.
I would like. I'm not asking. I don't know where it is.
I'm gonna get a piece of fudge.
Okay. Can I have a little piece of fudge too?
I'm gonna go get it now.
Oh, Mom's sending me love. Aww. So, all this going on. It's Lionsgate. Happy 8/8, everyone. Sorry, my phone went off. It was Mom. It was like I felt her. I came outside here from the bedroom. I think it was yesterday or earlier today. I don't remember. All this has been happening. There's so many synchronicities. I heard something and I went, what the hell? And I was like, I walked in the living room and I didn't know why I walked in, but I heard something. I heard it. I felt it in my mind, like my head rang. And then I look back at Paula and then she's talking to me about something. And then the phone goes off and I look and I'm like, oh, I need this. Bing. And it just went off. And I'm like, did I pick up on that? On the thought as the phone was getting pressed. Interesting. I'm finding stuff like that. Paul and I and others, Della and I were doing it. Joe and I were doing it. The girls were doing it. Reggie just did it. There's this weird synchronicity where we're saying the same thing at the same time and everyone's lighting up. Come here, beautiful girl. Oh, my little kadu. When you start to recognize this stuff, it blasts it. No, it blasts into another level of it. Come here. No. You blast into another realm of it, another level where you thought yeah, this is good. I guess it gets good from here or whatever. Ooh, be careful. It gets better and better, stronger. We get sucked back into that human condition that we have. And it's really odd. It's just, there's so much fucking distraction. And this is what Della was talking about and you were talking about. And I went outside, I saw the red and I was like, I'm wearing red and I'm looking at it on there and I'm going, it should be a different color screen. It's purposely getting us jacked on purpose, on purpose. And it's frustrating. She
didn't want me to sit here. That's why she jumped on the chair.
Yeah, I know. She wants to be a solo act now for some strange reason.
Yeah, well, she can't speak English.
If this was Jem and the holograms, Jem was like, you know what? Fuck you, bitches. I'm better. I cannot break this with the power of Thor behind me.
It's good.
So, how productive are you in your teaching, or are you just learning? Are you paying it forward? What did you do for yourself this week? And now that the creative energies have arrived, I'm realizing as we moved in to this territory, we just pretty much sliced our way through and kicked ass. I'm looking at the camera. My eyes are clearing up, which means I'm pulling the energy again. I'm ready to fucking do it again if I have to. If I have to do it again, look, this is my feeling before, and this is my feeling after.
You mean take care of?
I was angry with my family and realized as I was purging, I'm not angry with them.
No, you shouldn't be.
No, it's not them. I sucked everything in and got angry because I have attachments all over me. And it's like I grab them all and run out. I didn't really want to do that like that. I kind of want to just walk in and flash the light and have it all dissipate. But I need a couple of other creators other than Paul and I to get on board. Vampiric type situations with those kind of parasites. It helps to have a couple of people like in awareness of this to go, oh, you know what? Let's change the atmosphere in here at the least. You know, at least try to just change it up, not even knowing what's going on. Hey, let's try to pick the mood up in here and do something.
That's a good way to describe it, though. Vampiric atmosphere, because when it becomes vampiric like that, it's usually happening to everyone in the situation. Someone's being fed off of in every case, and that's why it feels vampiric.
I said,
because
how much is too much?
Sucking off of the energy of all of them, and then you feel it, and you feel your life force being sucked on, and you know you can't stay, but you can't go and leave it like that. But you don't want to take the hit. Like, we have to figure out a way to do it and not take the hit next time.
Maybe I gotta shine brighter or something.
I don't know. What's Rihanna? Is Rihanna in the chat? In the chat room?
Rihanna, are you here tonight? If you're not, that's cool. I get it.
No, it's okay. I have to ask her.
No, I'm fucking around.
Why am I talking with my mouth? Because I'm high. Hold on. Wait, I got you.
Regular job.
This is so stupid.
Listen, back to normal, regular job, 9 to 5. Those are jokes to me. I'm fucking laughing in your face. However, essential, true essential, I'm all with whatever you guys got to do. I'm never going to say, well, you know, sanitation and police should do this. No, don't defund the police. Don't fuck with sanitation. Don't go near the fire department. Stay the fuck, let them do their job.
If my condition wasn't so bad, I'd be working again. I can't move to type.
I do work. And you work this week too.
No, I did work, but
no, it's new work.
I would have a 9 to 5 if I was capable of it. I would. I'm not capable of it anymore. I'd do alternative things.
Why? Why are you not capable anymore? In the singularity of your life.
Physically can't do it.
No, because you're not supposed to be. So it all adds up. All those factors. It's not just, well, I'm injured, and it's just the way I'm getting older. And no, then why right now is this happening to you at this age and Frank at this age? It was meant to happen.
I know.
So
I'm not fighting it.
This is how I feel about the 9 to 5. I really do. There's a lot of shit that you could just do from home now, and
a lot of people are going to be working remotely though. After this, there's a socializing, as we know, it is going to change. I mean, I feel bad for the younger people because children that are not in school are not having the time to socialize. I feel terrible for them.
I would rather,
we're going to raise a generation of people who don't know how to socialize with other people. Where are the social skills? All of those social skills going to go?
I think it's only for the. Well, I don't want to put time on it.
All right, stop shoving chocolate in your mouth.
Did I stop you from eating your piece? Did I even say anything that you stuffed your fucking mouth with fudge over and over again?
Talking. You like to talk, so. Are you threatening me?
Nope. I'm not.
You know why? As likely with his mom's house.
I warned you, motherfucker.
So
she's like, I don't want to turn my head. She gives me her fucking cheek. That's it. You're getting the blunt end of the knife tonight. I meant mid 5.
See, it's always sexual threats. I'm telling you, it always sounds like a threat.
No, even those that they're innuendos.
Oh, so because Della said it, it's okay? Shut up.
It's not a threat.
Because Della said it.
No, it's an innuendo.
Oh, okay.
It's different, right?
I don't know. Do innuendos make you afraid?
All right. I want you guys to know you probably hear me chewing. I'm so sorry. That was the last piece, by the way, for me. That was the most delicious piece of fudge I think I've ever had in my life.
That was Ellen. Ellen made that.
I feel supercharged.
You didn't like it last time. You were like, it's too rich. You love that one, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe there was love in it this time.
There was love in it last time, too.
How do you know? Do you have a love meter? When did you become this fucking character? Let me see your fucking badge. What's your number?
Oh my
I want to speak to a fucking supervisor right now. You want my badge? Here's my badge.
Here's my badge.
No, your badge, not your badge. Sorry.
What is wrong with you? Yes.
Free Energy Mobile.
I listened
love
to
you, man.
him. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's
Sending positive vibes. Hey, this chocolate.
He's
on my knife.
No, it's I'm
on my blade.
No.
Don't hit the keyboard.
Oh, sorry.
You might send out a bad message to someone. Like, my name is Paula. I am the artificial intelligence. These are my tentacles. Oh, that's what that was. I was wondering what that was the whole time. I just figured it's 2020. I'm not allowed to say nothing about no shit, right? It's like you almost got to go and date another dude and suck a dick because you're not cool then. Nah, that's not how this works. I'm not with this. Get away from me. I'm sorry if I've been so dirty and filthy lately, but I don't care anymore. I only care about us, all of us, the world, the people. I want you all to just fucking get in it and drive it. Don't let anybody else drive your vehicle.
That's what you got to say. Don't let anyone else
You got my attention.
Don't let anyone else drive your vehicle.
Yeah, you know what that means, right? Somebody else will drive it if you're not willing to drive it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give up my seat. Like,
how many people do? Well, because you don't. The rest of the world, 7.9 billion people, and not one other than Paula Milo doesn't give up the driver's seat. I think CNN did this fucking poll, Paula. It sounds like bullshit. Fake news. You are fake news. Fake news.
No, I don't give up the seat often, though.
Yo, I wish.
I don't think a lot of people do.
And
I don't give up the seat.
No, I know. Look, it just happens. We're wearing. All right, we were talking about this all week,
though, because I wake up and I'm like, oh.
We all wear the mask for each other, right? But we're not wearing masks anymore, right? So we're in that, like, so let's just say the end of senior year, you realize there's no mask.
It's a bad example.
Oh my God, this is the fucking worst.
They told you that, you know. Sorry.
What were we talking about now?
I don't know. Start over.
I can't start over because the interruption was that fucking. That was like a train wreck and a car wreck into a plane crash. Yeah, so crazy shit happening around the world this week. I swear to God, sometimes, man, lowercase g's, like all fucking 20,000 of them right across the fucking forehead. By the fucking gods. All right, so I am high and full of sugar, and
your acid just came out in Paula.
Yeah, so people are wearing masks, and I don't mean, I guess I do. It's masks, as above, so below. So the ones that are wearing masks are like a little bit on lower, copying the ones wearing masks that are in the body outfit only.
I get it.
Right, and then there's people like us walking.
I misunderstood.
Walking around.
No.
I got my hand on the fucking trigger, homie. Homie. You're really pushing that button, homie. And there is pie and cake just waiting for you. So, I can't wear the mask for you anymore. Ever. I'm not the therapist. I'm not the fucking mask of Zorro. I'm not fucking Flash Gordon.
I don't need a detailed report.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need the detailed report. I don't need the fucking... The root of the problem is the root of the fucking problem. The masks are off. All right. Do you need someone to listen to you and then you'll be all right? Because that never really works. It only works sometimes for these situations, but this is kind of an extreme situation. So I need to wear the mask? Am I still the black sheep of the family? Do I need to be the scumbag? Oh, was I the guy that was just the rock star? I don't know. Whatever you're projecting at me, who do I need to be? Well, I'm just this now. So that's all you're getting. But this is everything.
But this is wonderful. I love this.
Exactly what she said.
It
so
is.
I'm not going back the other way, but I see everyone still wearing masks for one another.
Can't go back.
And I can't wear the mask for you, and you shouldn't wear the mask either. But if you need the mask, right? That's like, I'm afraid to like come out into the sunlight. Wow. Right? Let's ask Joe for a second. Joe, I know you're listening, you and Della, right? We talked about wearing the bear suit, and you're not actually the bear. And you've been wearing the bear suit, right? You're a big giant guy, whatever. And you just unzipped it and you just came out. Remember how good you felt? It was like, oh man, what the fuck was that? Yeah, it's like releasing like a 500-pound fucking sweater. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That you didn't even know you had on.
Yes.
You're just like, whatever. Like everyone's giving up on everything. Right. Frank's going atheist. He's fucking injured. He doesn't know if he's going to, what the fuck? Paul is like, well, I'm the only one with faith around here. So 7.9 billion people, you're all fucking jerk offs, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay. So there's your one. That there's always got to be one, right? There it is. She claimed that spot. And then
claimed it. It's mine.
And then everyone is thus in different layers of the school, period.
I think that's why I like the character Domino so much from Deadpool 2. Because
her power is luck generation.
She's just lucky. Like she doesn't explain it. And sometimes
how do you explain that? When the odds are in my favor.
Right. But when you don't,
you would laugh at someone if they said that.
But sometimes when you don't explain something, it's much easier that way. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone wants detailed explanations, including myself in the beginning of the whole process. Everything. How are you going to do it? We're going to do it. Is it going to go this way? Is it the way? Is it the Pleiadian? Is it the Arcturian? Is it up, down, left, right? How is it going to actually get here?
Why does it matter? Why does it matter to you? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The universe will get it to you, no matter what it is. If it's a glass of water,
I can't describe that kind of stuff to you. I can tell you what it did for me, but telling you about my details isn't really going to help as much unless you're just listening to the show and hearing the story.
Exactly.
And it can create an example.
Right.
But if you can't hear it to begin with, and because I can't come up with a good enough example because I'm so much over here left field than what you would be, that it just sounds like crazy talk to. I had an ant problem. I went and I actually spoke to the spirit of the great ant, which is actually a fucking giant being that is advanced as us as the light being. And it's crazy. And I sat down with him, her, and a whole bunch of other ones. And we laughed and we joked and we talked and we worked it out and we sang fucking songs.
You made a deal.
And then no ant stayed in the house ever again.
You asked politely and they said yes.
Ever again in both houses.
You asked politely.
And then you're like, wait, what the fuck did you just say, Frank? Yeah, I can't hang out with this guy no more. Well, you wanted the truth, right?
Right.
You want me to dress it up for you? Oh, yeah. I went outside and I was like, get the fuck out of my house, ants. There you go. Yeah. That's what I did.
Yeah.
See, I got to fall back into fucking dummy mode to just explain it partially to some people that want to fight you on it on every layer, and they want details and how that happened, jerk off, and what the fuck. I'm like, I can tell you, but it might hurt you.
Right.
By telling you. I'm being dead serious.
Well, it's like the whole Aya experience. Like you really can't understand unless you've drank.
The two of them were unlocking left and right. Like, oh, now we see why no one would get it.
Right.
But you just don't until you're in it.
But it's something that
you're like, oh, this is real.
Unless
it's like,
you've experienced it, because
because
the speak is so outrageous.
The speak doesn't work.
It's so fantastic that you can't, like, and I think I'm pretty good at explaining a lot of things. Like, I think I'm very basic and very practical in my explanation. And even my explanation, people are like, you sound like a lunatic. And, it's just something you can't understand. But
but I get it, because you would have sounded like a lunatic to me 8 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
I would have been like, yo, this chick's crazy. Get her out of here. For sure. Get her out of here.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I'd be like, none of this makes sense. You're a dummy.
I'm sure. But it was like in the beginning.
But I'm the dummy.
But right? You're not.
But you're not because you're wearing the mask. It's not your fault.
Right.
Your meat suit hasn't unlocked yet.
Right.
It's not actually
you're still under all that programming. You haven't remembered anything.
It's not the higher self.
You haven't made the connections yet.
Yeah,
you didn't find the breadcrumbs. You didn't find the clues you left for yourself,
Yeah, you're just sitting there like this.
Yeah, because you're still in the programming. It's hard. You know, you have to break through a little bit. And then you'd have to say, what would I do? What would I do to let myself know? What would I do? You know, and then you have to make one connection. And then one connection may lead to many connections. And that's what Fearless is about, right? You make a connection, and then you have people that you have a wealth of people to talk to and ask questions.
When we started this, we had no one. And you guys, some of you have each
Yeah, we had
other
no
and
one.
feeling like you had no one, but you're part of the Fearless family. There was no Fearless family prior to the Fearless family. For me, for you, for this, for that. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I can speak for us. And it was really difficult. It was very few people. And then as I worked through and we grew and expanded, we lost some people, we gained other people. But what did we keep doing? We kept rising. We never lied. We said what we saw, what we felt, what we understood to be true after discernment. You heard the story, you became part of the story. If you didn't become part of the story, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. That doesn't mean run out and do ayahuasca, but there's a million other things you can do, right? You can have these experiences, because I was practicing the Wim Hof stuff.
Yeah.
And naturally I fainted twice. I think I told these stories, but then I kept going weekly.
Right,
now I just do it.
Yeah.
And I start to, if I sit with it for 5 minutes, like 6 minutes, like he says to do, instead of 3 minutes, you start to see the same DMT fucking vision, except it's not quite the same, but I see without any of it, but it's like amplified when I do it. Like it's like turning the camera on to like a,
we spoke together the other night.
4K instead of 720.
Remember? We were smoking, smoking, and we saw. I mean, I was like, oh my god, where am I? Am I here? Am I there? Am I there? I was shocked. It didn't last long, but for a moment, I didn't know
where you are. I was just standing here, and now I'm there.
And now I'm there.
People, when they hear me say that, they go, "Oh, that sounds great. I want to do it." And then you're sitting here shaking, like, "What do you mean here and there?"
How did I go there and
then
back?
You start to go, and they're like, "This isn't what you said." I go, "Well, how the fuck do you think you get there? Did you think you were going to teleport your physical part? You're going to walk through a Stargate or something in the living room? You're the fucking Stargate."
Right.
So you whoop into you. Well, that's not what you said. Yeah, it is kind of what I said. It's just so powerful. You're scared.
Right.
So don't blame me.
Right.
Take a look at yourself every time you're ready to blame someone else right away.
Right.
What are you barking at? Is it really that bad? If it is that bad, are you adding to the situation by going, rah, 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 rah? Nobody wants to hear that shit. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. Do you want to hear that shit? I definitely don't want to hear that shit. I can't even listen to the good shit lollipop with people in 3D. The best I can do, Marvel Legends, 6-inch action line, and perhaps a couple of others for about 25 minutes. Best I could do. Forget about the Jets, Yankees, Giants. I never want to see a professional sport ever again. Go fuck yourself. You terrorist supporting pricks. Fuck you. You fucking bums. What have you ever done for anyone? You fucking bums. What right do you have to claim heroic? You fucking bum. You dunk a basketball. You hit a fucking baseball. You play with ball. You catch the ball. There's nothing really famous about that. There's nothing. Yeah, they showed it that way to us, so we believed it. But let's think about this. Let's think about how depressed 30-something teams lose. Multiply that by the thousands of fans that lose at the end of the year with a bunch of Patriots fans or Tom Brady fans when they're taking this guy and they're scripting him through the whole fucking thing. Scripting him. I don't even want to fucking. I'm going, little motherfucker.
All right, let's move on. Then.
No, my show. I love you.
Okay.
Thank you, really, really.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I'm getting worked up. These fucking guys, man, they're making millions of dollars, and how fucking dare you influence the children in a way of a dummy? You socialist, Marxist pricks. You gotta understand, they affect. These are my heroes. I get it. You were my hero too. So I was friends with the Mets bat boy, both of them. So growing up, the Mets used to show up at Matthews Park, right? So Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, Keith Hernandez used to come to the park and throw baseballs with us and do cocaine. It was the best. Right. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know what that shit was. And I'm like, yo, I'm hanging out with them watching this going, I don't even know what's going on. Interesting days. My heroes. No, thank you. That was fun. I had fun. I wasn't doing the cocaine. I was just like, holy shit, look who it is. But they were partying like fucking beasts. Right? And everyone's like, these are my fucking heroes. Fuck out of here. I don't need that kind of shit. You guys are throwing a ball back and forth. You got really one guy just throws a little harder, a little faster than the next guy. That's really kind of cool. But is it that cool that now you do something so radical? Oh, we're with today's people on all that jerk off shit that you're going to affect all these kids immediately. And now you as a parent are like, what's going on here? Right. Oh, so we're not cool and hip if we don't go with it. And then we're going to be the targets to all this other stuff. Yeah, I could see your game. I hope the rest of you listening can see the game and how it's being played. Sorry, I didn't mean to pick on some of the players. Did you have a favorite? Did you have it like an Anthony Pettis or Michael Jordan? Or I have one. Do you want to hear mine? Mine has brain damage and I love him. Wayne Corbett from the New York Jets. Really? Absolutely my favorite player all time. Look, I don't even waste time talking about it. I loved Reggie Miller. Why? Because he would just smash the Knicks, but the Knicks were my team. So I couldn't take it. I loved him. I grew to love him. I'm like, the alien has got us every time. Well, that was his nickname.
Reggie's named after, right?
Well, I just say that.
He's got the is that one? His is a big. Reggie's is a big.
I don't. No, I just kind of you were the name. Remember? Oh yeah. Okay, I named it. How all this I'm just talking about is just completely pretend. It's like we're acting. No, I'm just fucking with you. Listen to me. I'm in rare form as well as you.
I know.
I'm sorry if you're tired, and then I know you got look on your face.
No, it's good.
Injury hurts, and
I know, but I'm good. I put the cream on.
I don't know why I said it like that. Your injury hurts. It's not even an injury like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, maybe I'm short circuiting on air in front of everyone. Look, Frank's a robot. Me. Like, I don't even know anymore. All I know is I fucking smashed demons, and fucking so did Joe. I'm so proud of him. Della didn't have any monsters like that, but she had everything that she had going. It was just breakthrough after fucking breakthrough. And then I sat down and broke through. It was the most ridiculous thing in the world. The wall came to life, right? And it looked like these spinny things that you would see in like Doctor Strange. It was crazy. And then I couldn't move. I was in this chair and I went. And then in my head, I was wide awake. And I'm like, this is fucking great. The colors started popping. And then I go, I want to dance with you guys. I love you. I can hear you talking. And then this was girls, this was so much fun. I felt like I was being pulled out, but I couldn't see the people party. And they were like, Frank, you got to celebrate. And this seems to be the second or third week we've been talking about the word celebration.
Just celebrate.
Just celebrate. You don't need a reason. Oh, look, I'm out of tea. We have more.
Celebrate.
We should celebrate. Okay. Well, it's just water in it. Just celebrate. You got water, celebrate. We got toilet flushing, celebrate. Like everything.
Electricity. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying. So they were telling me this kind of like, you should just do it. Come on, man. So I'm like, fuck. I could hear you. I could kind of see you behind the wall. I know you guys are fucking right there. So I didn't take that much in. So I was enough to just blast me right there. And I was like, whoa, it's dancing. I want to dance with you right now. And the wall went and wrapped around me. And I took that breath. Anyone that smokes DMT and they're on like that second hit, the breathing becomes weird because you're in between. You don't know if you'll let go, you'll just die or something. But I was partying. So it was like, right. And then this fucking, it wasn't a full face. It was like, just like lips came out of this red section. And then kissed me right on my cheek. I mean, like, because I was going, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then it went like in front of me. And I went, did you just kiss me? That was the best kiss. That was so awesome. It like covered my big head and everything. And then it went. So then I went. And then we just started fucking laughing so hard. And Joe goes, I'm fine. And I was like, yo, I saw him on the other side go into his body at like 9,000 miles an hour. He landed like a meteor back in. And then it was coming up. right? And I was like, oh shit. And I just jumped up.
No, but
Oh yeah. So I forgot to do that. So they took me out, they put me on the other side, and when the wall was hugging me, I like popped out through the wall, and I was like this energy with my head on it, and I was going right, and then they were doing that shit with me, and I was kind of going in a line like
you
that.
couldn't move.
Yeah, I couldn't move, so I was going, and they were just fucking doing it, and I was like, this is the best, and they were like, there's nothing here bad, like they just threw that, like, of course. What's wrong with you? I'm like, well, I haven't seen a reptilian. They're like, you and these fucking reptilians. They're like, check this out. Look around. And there was just,
we're all good.
It was like, this is the kind of place like they don't access ever. You just beat. You're fucking beat if it's not us. So I'm like, this is the most amazing thing ever. So I got up all week long. I've been charging all the crystals in the house, not realizing that there's going to be a fucking blackout. We can't do the session at the Airbnbs and stuff, right? So we come back here and everything's supercharged. So I was using these. Right? Then naturally the tuning forks. And then I was like, Joe, you're not finished. He kept raw. It was like guttural coming up. And then he heard you, which I thought was the fucking weirdest thing. Because I ran outside and I started smiling at them like, I'm going to fuck this thing up. I want you guys to come in. Because he was like, maybe we should ask the girls to come in here. I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I ran outside and was like, and they're like, what's the matter? And they're like, how do you get rid of a demon? And I just ran back into the house. And you said, open your mouth. And he heard that. And I barely heard it. But he was like, it echoed in my fucking head, opened his mouth as wide as he could. And I took my fucking wands.
Both of them.
Both. And I put them like this. One hand around his neck. So it crossed like this. And it just went. It was the craziest thing to watch, to be part of, but I've done it 100 times.
But he got it out, right?
Yeah, out. He literally looked different. New man. He said, I've never seen like this before. Like just in life. That's how crystal clear and stress-free and relieved as the doors blow back and down from your experience. He had a massive experience. He was doing his experiences. I just, however, just did a little and just jumped in to see what was going on. And that was fucking awesome. So for those who are afraid, you walk through and you battle your own mind. It's like a little chess game against your own mind. Ooh, the scariest thing. We're going to play cosmic peekaboo with the craziest thing that you ever were or could imagine or that you were a piece of. And then you just go, no, I'm not afraid of that. You kind of push it out of the way. And all the information you want is right there on the other side of that fear. So you remove the fear, more information. The crazier the fear, the deeper, the darker, the craziest within you unlocks the highest bit of information. Because that's where they hide it. That's where you hide it. Inside of that. Grow a pair of balls. Take the mask off the character. Just be like, I'm not afraid. You can't hurt me. You don't need to be naked and jump out a fucking window and think you could fly. You just be like, you cannot hurt me. The answer is no.
Period.
That's it. Think of Paula. Think of Paula and think of Cosmic Assassin Paula. Intergalactic Cosmic Assassin Paula Milo. Etherical Translator. Making cake and I'll see you later, right? You can just keep going with that shit.
Miss Jackson.
Just Miss Jackson. Hey, Miss. Hey. Anyway, so push through this and boom, victory. Victory. Can I
don't expect anything.
Leave you at the mic for a second? I want to turn the hot water on.
Yeah.
I can't go. I'm stuck.
Yeah, so it was a victory around here. It was great. It ended up being a really good week. It was just a long week, and there were a lot of complications, but we got through each and every one. And we got good sleep last night, but then we went to Mom's house, and the energy was a little crazy, so it kind of knocked us down again. But we have time to heal, and time to rest.
This is too good.
It is. It's delicious. And pull it together. And we'll see what happens.
All right.
trying to plan Frank's.
Hold on, Nick. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you. I know you a while now, right?
Try it. You
Hold on.
you won't
Everything
get
I
through
talked
it.
about has worked from day one.
You'll get dizzy and you'll pass
and you're still
out.
surprised. There's mobs of us doing it, and there's those that want to hold on to. Are you serious? The Wim Hof breathing? Yeah, I needed a breathing coach because I'm a mess.
I can't do it.
I'm just a mess.
I like it lightheaded. I can't get through it.
All right, check it out. So I bought a snore stopper. It's like a little thing that clips on your nose on the outside. Push up. It opened my
septum.
So if you see, it's like closed on one side, it's open on the other. So my breathing is like that. So I'm a mouth breather. All right. That's me snoring. Right. Just, it's fucked up. I know when I go, hey, baby. I know what it's like. I don't want to be that guy. But my rhythm is that. But I'm aware of it. So I'm trying to curb it. And I don't know what to do. So I breathe, take a deep breath. It's not working. None of this shit works. I feel like I'm going to faint, blah, blah, blah. So to have a guy sit in front of me and be like, no, do this, like this, fill your belly. Come on, you're a singer. And I'm like remembering what they used to teach me in chorus class. I know that's weird. They used to go, you got to sing from the belly and the diaphragm and all the shit. And it's like bringing it back to that, except I like this guy. Because you could find a million people doing it. Everyone's copying them now. And then all of a sudden, activation after activation within you. I seen Wim Hof get injected with a whole bunch of I'm gonna take my chocolate.
It's a big piece.
A whole bunch of viruses. And he swore he would kill it before he reached his heart.
And he did.
And he did it in front of a group of people on camera with everything tested and hooked up to him. And they couldn't believe it. So they kept trying different things. And he just kept blasting through it. Nothing affected this guy. And he was explaining how through breath alone, you could just defeat this shit on your own. Now, naturally, that's one modality. You should be adding Wim Hof to this other technique, to some Tai Chi, to energy building, to grounding, to meditation, to yoga, whatever kind you enjoy, certain kinds of meditations, perhaps singing or exercising. You mix all this stuff, and that's how you do it. But you got to find the stuff you like, and you got to actually go for it. And you got to try it. It started with a watch party, in the. Wait, hold on. Oh my God. Oh, so good. In the Fearless family, I think it was either Lexi or Willow.
A long time ago.
Someone posted it and I started doing it and I fainted.
No, but weren't you doing that? We were doing that a long time ago.
Yeah, but I didn't like it. Like
dragon breathing?
I like one. Yeah, the one technique. That was the one thing I can do from him, which is what I promoted for 2 years. I'm like, up, hold it, do it like this. But that doesn't promote. We were like pumping our blood full of oxygen. And the first few times was almost unbearable. And then after that, it became like crack. Would you like some?
Yeah, take mine.
You got to talk on race.
Oh,
all right, so you can tell them how you breathe.
How I breathe? I sound like I'm hyperventilating all the time. I usually hold my breath. It's a weird thing I do. I hold my breath. It's very strange. I think it's because I remember living underwater, and it's funny because I won't swim. But I never say I can't swim. I always say I won't swim. But I hold my breath. Frank has to tell me to breathe. Oh, thanks. All the time. Thank you so much. You don't have to fill it up all the way.
It's not all the way.
Oh, okay. Thanks. That's all I have to say about that. What else do you want to talk about, Frank? It's never about me. Frankie, I'm delirious. I have this cream on. I don't want to talk about it. For my shoulder and my back. And I'm feeling like someone
All right, you go to sleep if you want. I'll take over.
Well, it's 1:44.
So she how she's regarding us. I say we hang her.
You want to hang me?
I say we kick her first. Then we hit her with dirty tomatoes and lettuce. Then we hang her. Just kidding. So
I don't think if it
I had
was,
an argument online. Nick Bravo, we got to talk. We were arguing with someone this week, you and I, not arguing with each other, with someone else. I want to tell you who that person is.
oh, is that the
Mhm.
the thing we talked about?
I just want to show you guys who people are.
You just put that whole thing in your mouth and you didn't share it?
I just put it in my mouth. So, check it out. That guy, I'm not going to say his name, is a singer.
Why don't you back up and preface what you're talking about? So
Every time I post anything about saving the children or some politician or actor getting in trouble for sex with children or trafficking kids, this one guy keeps popping up and talking about Trump and how, oh, you fucking Trump people. So I've still not said I'm going to vote for anyone. I said I'm not
Yeah.
voting. I don't give a
it's
fuck.
like a deflection.
So he just jumps in. I'm like, this is my page. So I don't want to be a dick, but I see the way his argument goes, and he's a black guy. He's shitting all over everyone he's arguing with, trying to be like, oh, I'm dominating the conversation over the two of you dummies, right? So I'm like not paying attention and went back to it, and I see that Nick's involved, and I see one of my buddies, George, is involved. And I'm like, okay, you're arguing. The guy calls me a KKK guy, a white supremacist KKK supporter. Yeah. Now, I used to sing with him because he is the singer behind the scenes at Miss Lola's house, which is all those dirty, 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 dirty Playboy parties that I talked about doing fucking performances at. That's King Devon. King Devon, Miss Lola run their own porn stuff, involved with the industry on every layer and every level. I told you guys about the shows I've done, and then it just breaks into fucking craziness that I didn't even know was going to happen when I was there. That's your ringleader. Just letting you know. So he's arguing with me, calling me KKK guy. I'm like literally the white guy that was hanging out with you rapping while you were singing. All right. Yes, I was invited by you guys and all that great stuff. But guess what? I was unaware of a few things for quite a while. So I see him arguing and calling us racist and stuff. And I'm like, George is Puerto Rican, right? Nick isn't white like you think, and nor am I. Period. So you got the wrong thing across the board. It's like you're just arguing with the other elementals for no reason. Like, I want to blame white people and Trump. So I said to him, I haven't quite figured it out yet. Every time I say something, you just pop up. Like, I'm so fucking over this. Like, I can't figure it out. Where on the piece of paper the orange man hurt you really bad, or you're on one of those fucking lists, bro. Because you run those parties, don't you? Ha! Silence.
Oh, it stopped.
Stopped from me. He was arguing with Nick. Nick just keeps bringing it up, though, because they'll argue with fucking trolls. But that guy, I'm not going to say he runs dirty things that way. I'm not going to blame him for something I have no clue. But what I do have a clue for is if there's ever been dirt and shit that needs to be flushed, I would guarantee he was singing right in the middle of all of it. And he had to do it everything. So we're arguing with that guy, and that guy has the most to lose. Because what he does is going away. It's literally going to go away. It's so far on the end of gross, disturbing, and fucked up as you could possibly imagine that my words were, So many fathers right now, and I was at the party, so many fathers are rolling over in their fucking grave right now for what their daughters are doing and for what their sons are doing. Because there's a lot of other shit going on. Dudes do fucked up things too with other dudes and vice versa and all that with chains and whips and this and that. Fine to have your own thing. But when there's 1,000 of you in a room pulling out sexual energy, we know what that brings now, don't we? We're advanced class type stuff, right? That energy comes in. Somebody's absorbing that energy, that sexual output that brings in all the watchers, right? We've learned a lot about this. So before we go off the air, Nick, he was going, this is what he said to you, something about, I dominated this conversation over you, so whatever. And I'm listening to, I was reading his argument, and it was a flaccid argument at best. And I knew you were just liking to argue with him. But when I went into the shower, I had to shake his energy off because he just kept coming up. And I was like, oh, I figured it out. You're a reptilian. You have reptilian energy. So you're trying to dominate someone because you're used to holding them down and fucking them. I get it. I know how you work. I stood right next to you for 2 years. I literally know how you work. Right? So you're not doing that to neither one of us. And you're definitely not doing that to me. And then it was like he was grew, and then I just grew taller and fucking aped out on him, like, and it was like, okay, conversation over, and he just left. His energy left mine 100%. It did not return. And I was like, oh, look at that. No return. You're not dominating me. I don't give a fuck who you drop me in the room with, bro. I don't care. It's not happening no more. It's fucking Facebook, tough guy. Everyone's a tough guy on fucking Facebook, by the way, too. Right? You never say that shit right in front of me, and I'm 5'8", and you wouldn't do that in front of me, and you wouldn't do it in front of me now. Anyway, so it's almost like pieces of shit are being flushed. Turds are going down the bowl one after another, right? And we're just letting it go, and we're letting people like this know that their time has come to be next. It doesn't matter your argument. You're afraid because child trafficking and sex with underage girls and boys is all going bye-bye. And what is your whole platform, Playboy and Playgirl and Hustler? Now, these are old ones, right? How about Bang Bus and fuck me in the fucking whatever at fucking 18, dad, right? Like, what's up with that? They were all there. I know this is dark shit, but dark to light. Dark to light. You want to take these fools out? This is how you fucking do it. I know people are like, he's a dirt foul mouth. I don't care. You know what? I don't care. You want to save people? This is how you do it. Fucking George Floyd tape came out. Complete different story, by the way. Cops were trying to help him the entire time. What the fuck is that all about? I don't know. Check it out. You could take a look for yourself. Make your own judgment calls. Hold on. There were, this is what we didn't talk. There was a bomb that went off or something in Lebanon. That was crazy. You see that? I never seen nothing like that. We watch that in movies, and like Tom Cruise is like outrunning that shit, and he survives. And you're like, how do they drop like a suitcase nuke or some kind of atomic weapon, and it like sucks itself back inward? And then it's almost like we've seen this before. It's happening all over the place. Yeah, that's what needs to happen. Next logical step, Captain. I'm just looking for what I was trying to find, by the way. Just give me a moment. Oh, here we go. Here's one. This is kind of an old story, but not. It's coming back up to light because it's time to repeat the factions. Mariah Carey's estranged sister suing their mother for alleged satanic sexual abuse. So she's 10 years old being passed around by her mother at parties and watching others pass children around at the parties. Once again, MK Ultra, you got the hot singer. That's a fucking mess. We've all seen her. We know she's got problems all over the place, but let me tell you, I love Mariah Carey. She's so great. Oh yeah. What has she done for you lately? Okay. They're doing things to themselves. All right, let's say Mariah had never done nothing and was just part of it. Poor Mariah, right? Like, what about these poor fools that are just involved that aren't involved? Like, I didn't child traffic. I didn't really fuck an underage person, but I am stuck in this circle. They'll fucking kill me if I open my mouth.
I can't get out.
And I can't get out. So we got to send those people, because I know you remind me of that all the time. We got to send them good energy. Because there was a producer today that you were like, oh, I listened to that guy that you were playing. That was last night.
Yeah.
And he was pretty loud. And he was like, look, I'm a producer on all these movies. And this is going on. And this is happening. And I'm like, well, how many more fucking people need to tell you? Like Blurred Without Fear, one of the guys I love listening to, comic book guy, literally did a 4-hour show on Bryan Singer, demanded sex for roles in the X-Men movies. You want more scene power? Suck it. Give me a fucking break. We heard Brandon Routh had problems with him on Superman. Right? And then you're like, wait, what is going on here? Then I'm not against gay sex parties, not with 15-year-olds though. Sorry.
Do what you want when you're
do. Wait, what's the age limit? Is it 16 or 18? Whichever one it is. As soon as it hits that, you fucking go party all you want. It's up to you, whatever. Anything under that isn't sex with an underage children, as far as I'm concerned. It's fucking rape. It's a child. Can't make their own choices properly. They don't know any better. They've been programmed. Fuck you for doing stuff like that. Blackouts. This is what I'm saying. Blackout in Harlem. See, we talk about 3 days, 10 days. Well, the power's still out. It's 10 days for these people. It was 3 days for us over here. It was 4 days for those people over there. How do you know it's not just the boom, 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 and then exactly? It's like it's all timing in a divine synchronistic approach to the whole fucking thing.
Oh, this is what we want. We want the
I gotta blow the screen up just a wee bit to show you this. These are geodomes. I'm using my Facebook because I didn't want to get just links all over the place. We're just running down the Facebook page. Carbon neutral, bio, ceramic, geodomestic home domes that last 500 years and don't burn or rust. These things are awesome. I suggest you take a look at them because they're just that cool. The prices and what you can do with them, what they can be connected to, and how you could power it and source it is just fucking awesome. I really got to put a fucking thing in my dirty mouth. I feel it tonight. No, I feel it tonight.
That would work lovely for everything that we needed.
Multiple sizes. They connect. They build little towns and structures and all that. They're gigantic, right? They have them in like 800 square feet. They do 800, 1200. No, or 1200 and 2000 square feet. I think
they go bigger than that too, if you want.
I mean, this is only it didn't even really come out yet 100%. They're like doing their first round, and
that would suit us lovely.
The times are changing.
Yeah,
they are
changing. Everything is forever changed.
So once again, just letting you guys know, they announced they had off-world vehicles. The CIA announced that they had chased down months ago UFOs and that there was files all on them and everything. Maxwell's files have been dumped. WikiLeaks files have been dumped. Everything's being looked at. The purge is occurring. People are getting arrested hand over fist. Yeah, they're dragging a few people around. Guy made a good point about Tom Hanks. He's going to play Geppetto, and he was calling him Geppetto, right? Tom Hanks, the pedo. And then check this out. This is how Disney gets you. The story of Pinocchio. This fucked me up yesterday because I remember this. Do you remember the name of the island in Pinocchio?
No.
Do you remember what they were doing in Pinocchio on the ships?
No.
Okay, so they were running caged children to Pleasure Island, and the guy was paying for the young children in cages.
In the story of
That's the main storyline, is the guy that's collecting the kids. The name of the island is Pleasure Island. He's collecting children in fucking cages. And I'm like, yo, hold on a second here. And he's like, I'll pay more for the younger the kid. I was like, yeah, this is, knowing what I know now, it's just disgusting because I know what you're fucking doing, which is driving me nuts. I love the Avengers and their fucking Marvel is Disney, Star Wars, Disney. They sucked them all in. So we're getting all Disney. I wanted that merger. I knew Disney was fucking bad. I'm hoping they take it apart, but leave it together somehow. Like all of the stuff. Like I don't know how a society falling apart looks, where it's like one day you go to sleep as it's falling apart and the next day it turns back on again somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how that's
I don't quite know what that looks like.
I'm not really sure about that. I think a lot of
economy crash and then gold-backed money. I don't know what that's going to look like in the street.
Small businesses that are just collapsing and closing, you know. But
straight to November.
I think when we see, and this is just again my opinion, but I think when we see a lot of actors that we recognize moving to other countries and taking up residence in other countries, I think that's a clear indicator that they're trying to get away from something.
Yeah. Oh no, it's painfully obvious. Then you got the toys.
I know.
Like
it's just
with
so
buttons,
disturbing.
right? Now we talked about this coming. Like you got the Vanderbilts, right? And the Bethesda paintings and the shit that goes on in this fucking place. Another spot to look at. You don't think that they could put microchips inside the vaccinations? There's the microchip to a fucking grain of rice. You're breathing this stuff in. I'm breathing this stuff in. It's in everything. You're eating it. You're sleeping with it. It's on your cat. It's in the cat food. It's in the air. It's in the fucking pot you smoke. It's in the ground. It's in the rain. It's in the fucking water. Okay, this is why you have to do the level up within yourself so you don't let them just take over you. It's a takeover.
Right.
Okay, I'm not barking at you. I'm barking with you. Here, this is the one I want to Paula to see.
Oh, I didn't see this one. Okay.
Right? Just a conspiracy theory, but literally the pedo signs on the toys for tots, little kids, tiny little babies, children, first signs, first symbols. Are you fucking mad? Madness. You're fucking mad. Okay, last thing I'm going to talk about tonight. Trump suspended student loans until further notice. He, all right, wait, let's go. 400 and extra on top of the unemployment benefits, school loans on hold, and payroll tax cuts for those making under 100K a year. Okay, extended renter protection. Okay, you could read it right there. Okay, now I was like, what the fuck is payroll tax? Why am I so ignorant right now on a payroll tax? Right? And then I fucking... the payroll tax. Payroll taxes are taxes imposed on employers or employees and are usually calculated the percentage of the salaries that the employers pay their staff. Payroll taxes generally fall into two categories: deductions from an employee's wages and taxes paid by the employer based on the employer's wages. Simply put, payroll taxes are taxes paid on the wages and salaries of employees. These taxes are used to finance social insurance programs such as Social Security and Medicare. Something big is going on. Big.
Way big.
Bigger than your minutia of the New World Order. It's way bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Something's happening that's better for us. Increasingly, incrementally better. You don't have to call it the Trump train. You could just say light beings are looking out for us if you want. But it's kind of happening. So the proof is in the pudding. Don't we say that? Right? You wouldn't think this dirty drink, ayahuasca, it looks like mud, can help you help yourself on such a level that it's completely unrecognizable when you come back from a 4-hour fucking experience and it's just wow.
Because you can't tell someone, if you come with me and you follow a diet and you believe with your heart that you can change, and you drink this drink and you go through the process and you come out the other side, that you will be forever changed. And people are like, no, there's no way that could happen. No way. And you can't force people to understand something like that. If you just take a leap of faith and trust the process and trust that you want to make a change in your life for whatever reason, that Aya will work with you from the moment you decide to drink, that she will navigate the roads for you and find a clear and easy route to a good shaman and find a safe and easy experience for you to have from the moment you decide to drink. And you're lucky enough to drink, lucky enough to be cared for while you drink, and to come out the other side a changed person is something that you cannot explain.
You can't just ask someone that's been through it. Talk to someone that's been through it. There's people right here. Lexi did it.
Clearly explain to anyone.
Joe did it. Della did it. They they had book knowledge and listening to me
Right.
knowledge and you knowledge and this, but didn't have an
But you
understanding
cannot
of what
explain
it
to someone
was.
how
And
it
then,
will change your life.
yeah, it's impossible. It's that intense of.
A man walked into my house one day and introduced himself and was strong enough to sit down and say, I'm willing to put the work in. And he left my house a completely changed man, almost unrecognizable.
Looked like a different guy.
You cannot tell people this because they will not believe it. So
They're like, what are you trying to sell me? I'm like,
it's
I'm not
one
trying
of
to
those
sell you
things,
anything. I'm
you know,
trying to
when-
fucking help you, dummy.
We're going to say it again. It's like Aya is for everyone, but everyone should not do it. Aya is for everyone, but everyone cannot do it. You have to be really strong in order to take on Aya. You have to be really willing to make a change to get the most out of Aya. You have to be really, really willing to stop thanking us. Just do the work.
Yeah, do
Thank
your
you.
work.
I love you. No, but you have to really be willing to you know, you're putting your life on the line because you're closing out years and years
Shout
and
out, Sam.
years of contracts. You're closing out years and years and years of
Lifetimes.
programming and years and years and years of trauma in some way. And, you know, to take a step like that, to take a leap of faith like that, it's a very admirable thing. It really is.
And then when you're sitting there realizing,
And to have multiple ceremonies.
oh yeah, no,
I mean,
no, blasting
that's
through.
just badass on its own.
Yeah. You can talk whatever you want when you're
Yeah,
dropping 2 ceremonies a
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Gangsta.
Yeah. You know,
Gangsta.
I mean, you're in a category all by yourself. That's beautiful.
So when someone talks shit, be like, yeah, you don't get to
you didn't die.
see how I'm not talking shit.
You didn't
don't
die
get
as
to talk
many
shit.
times as I died this week. Thank you.
But have you died? Yes.
Yeah.
A
And
couple
I'm better
hundred
for-
times.
And I'm better for it.
What do you mean you died a couple hundred times? Gal,
I'm a brand new person now.
if that statement doesn't help you understand what I just said, then you're not ready to understand what I just said.
No.
Right? And
No.
what do we say about that? I don't your understanding doesn't affect my
understanding. No.
Yeah.
No, the way I understand, the way I stand inside myself
You don't have to understand.
and hold
I don't have to explain it
myself
to you.
sacred and make my decisions. And my decisions are based on my beliefs because my beliefs change.
Yeah, my understandings no longer require your
understanding.
understandings.
I got to write it down. I have it written down right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite quote you have.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I gotta put that on the cup or something.
You should.
I think I will.
Or a t-shirt.
Or a pair of panties, man. I've been pretending to act all dirty to Paula. She just looks at me like, "What are you doing?"
Because it's like a threat. Like he's threatening me sexually, and it's like, is that a warning or a threat? Why? Was I bad? What is happening? I don't know why he does that.
Is he threatening me with it? It looks like a weapon. Does he use it like a weapon?
Okay, let's not get carried away.
Yeah, Lexi, most intense, right? I think about that shit all the time. I talk about you guys, highest regards, like it was like we were throwing down in the living room a couple days ago.
It is. It's sadly something that cannot be shared with many people who have not had the drink because
It's just the way it is.
it's just the way it is. It's something that is something that's so beautiful, but it can't be shared unless
It's something
you
that was
understand.
written into the program to help us rise through these
Yeah,
moments.
but you know what? It's so special that it can't be on it. It really can't be. It's fun when it's for who? Who is it funner for? For him? For me? Yeah,
What? What does it say? Are NDEs comparable? What's an NDE again? Somebody explain it to me quick so I can answer Dustin's question. What's up, Dustin? I want to answer this. I is intense, man.
NDE and
Do DMT. I'm just drawing a blank. I'm so
I
tired.
don't know. I'm tired too.
Anyway, so Aya is like the nice, soft, subtle way to get in with no bullshit, and the DMT is like the launching into
Rocket
the program.
launcher,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're just getting face first right into it. But I was there with
Oh,
you.
near death. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I
a
mean,
near death experience? Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm so dumb.
Near
I
death.
feel like a dummy right now. Near death experience? Absolutely. So, I want to explain something about death itself. Death is cutting the cord to your body and just being in the same place when you're out of your body. Right? Would that be far from the truth, you think? What is your version? Because it's all true.
My version of death.
Yeah.
You die. Your old self dies.
Right. So
at that very moment, and you are forever changed from that moment.
So a near-death experience would bring your body to a physical problem where it shuts down, probably for a few minutes.
Yes.
So you're out of your body. The cord doesn't necessarily get cut.
No.
But you're like furthest point sometimes to right to that moment
from your
and
body,
then pull back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same places. It's not a different place. The DMT world is the same place as the death world, is the same place as the underworld, is the same place.
I think they're all the same
and
place.
It's all in front of us right here.
I do. I think they're all the same place.
Yeah. Well, from what I've seen, it's the exact same thing. They were like, Aya makes you die so you're not afraid of it anymore.
No, I think it's to close the chapter.
But it also, like, you don't fear death. You walk around, I'm afraid of death. I want to die every day, and then you don't live. So Aya's like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're infinite. So she gets you that pep in your step so you can live a life.
See, I don't know. I'm not afraid of death. So I don't know. I've never had that experience.
Once again, 7.9 billion people on the planet. And Paul is that other one right there.
No,
I know. I literally don't feel death. Fuck
no, I don't mean it like that. But like, I'm not afraid to die. Like, I feel that I'm not afraid.
Which is why when you were under Aya, you didn't die 50 times.
No,
but someone like Joe and myself was.
Yeah.
You just die until you're not afraid.
I wasn't afraid. I really am not afraid.
Okay, so
I don't.
Let me give you another example. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna have an out of body experience. My body goes down. I jump out of my body. I go take care of something. I come back into my body and jump in. Right. Is that like a near death experience and an ayahuasca experience and a DMT experience?
Being out of your body, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so we're all pretty much doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Aya simulates that over and over and over
until you understand
in some aspects to some people, many people, because a lot of people are afraid of death.
Yes, for many people, yeah.
Right. I said to Joe as we were talking, he's like, dude, I think I died a whole bunch of times. I was like going in and out. My body was shutting down.
He did, because he was closing chapters, closing layers, closing.
But that's death without just cutting the cord 100%.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So yes, in that regard, absolutely yes. Remember what we talk about with Jay?
Mm-hmm.
He had to see it. I know that I don't even want to bring it up because then I don't want anybody else.
Because a lot of people had to see it to believe it, so we don't even have to talk about it. A lot of people need to see.
It's not a black box when you die in a darkened area.
People don't believe there's more. They think there's more. They have an idea there's more. They've been told there's more. Other people believe there's more so much that they start to believe it. And some people are just very curious and want to go in for. Not for the reason we would like them to go into, to help, to fix, to solve problems, to make yourself stronger or better, or to heal yourself, but just to see if there really is something more out there. And if that's the experience you want to have, you should take a psychedelic. You should do mushrooms if you want to see if there's more.
So Joe is used to jumping out of airplanes, right? Remember we were talking about this, him and Della, right? Remember he's like, I'm going to take an airplane to him. I said, Joe, how is this compared to jumping out of the airplane? Because that was like the greatest thing.
I could imagine that.
He was like, oh, bro, when I was up there, it was great and everything. Okay, how was what we just did? He's like, oh, there's no fucking comparison. It's way better. This is way better.
It's funny that he should say that because I never thought of it that way. I went barnstorming in Pennsylvania.
Barnstorming. That's crazy.
So the fighting tigers, is that World War I or World War II? Fighting tigers.
Mm-hmm.
They were double-winged helicopters, no top. You had a crisscross leather strap holding you in, and I had a leather sack and goggles on my head. So I said, oh, this way if I fall out my head, at least my brain stays inside. So, and
sack storming.
The man that took me up, he was so old, but he knew how to fly a helicopter like nobody's business. And he took me up and he told me, don't move your feet and step on the cables, because those are my brakes. And we literally went upside down, and it was the best experience of my life. It was the only time, because I can't do G-force, I can't do roller coasters because of my condition. It really bothers me. It throws me off. But in this plane with this stupid leather crisscross seatbelt that's going to save my life, it was one of the best experiences in my life. And it was a free experience, and it was an amazing experience, but Aya is 10 times scarier than that. Like 10 times, I don't know if scarier is the right word. I don't know. Aya is more than that.
It's just more profound on every layer.
More
every
than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to explain that. Like,
Yeah.
you got to like take your best thing and then divide it by and times it by every other best thing you've ever heard of and witnessed in your own life and in others, and then times that by ETs and interdimensionals and inner Earth, and then by the sun, and then
I think
that's where you lie, somewhere in between here and there.
Oh, it's a flying tiger, not a fighter. Yeah, flying tigers. Okay, yes, and it was amazing, but I think it depends on whether or not the person realizes the breakthrough or not. Because, you know, sometimes you have an Aya session and you don't put it together, but it really did solve a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But you're not aware of what it solved because
you just feel some kind of confidence or weird thing that's occurring in you emotionally.
Or you leave and you're like, I feel better. I feel great. I really don't know what happened, but I'm different. And I know I'm different. My life is different, but you didn't put your finger on it. And then other people have those aha, very specific, can point to it specifically, that aha moment when they got better.
Yes.
I don't know which one is better. It depends on who you are.
No,
how you process information.
They're both the best depending on whose needs it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, whose is better? The person who says, aha, that specifically fixed me, or someone who walks out and says, I know I'm different, and I know the world seems better and brighter, and I can think clearly, and I can see with different eyes. Like, which person is, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think if your intent is not to heal or to fix or to learn, I don't think you get the same thing out of it. I really don't.
Well, all paths lead to Oz eventually. All roads will lead you there eventually.
I guess
even your failing roads,
I guess so.
You'll have to get back on and come back around.
Anyway, you would fail, but if you're not honest about why you're there, or you're not honest to yourself,
you're just not getting the full absorption of
because she's not going to allow it, because you won't be able to handle it. She'll only give you what you can handle. So if you're not ready, and she knows you're not ready, not much is going to happen.
Yeah, mom is not going to force feed you the information if you're literally internally not ready for it.
Right. It's like it's you know what?
If you're not on the precipice and you're a freshman, you might not need that info yet.
Andrew Sly sends me pictures, and it's awesome. Like it's just like the foot spa that we talk about. If you're just going to soak your feet every now and then and have a great experience, and then it's a wonderful relaxing experience. But you're not getting the benefit of the foot spa. When you go hardcore 3 or 4 foot soaks in a row, and you see the water that comes out, and you smell the smells that are coming out of your body, and you're like, oh my God, I did this to the inside of my body.
Yeah, and I have parasites. I have this coming out of me.
Come out of the water, and you're like, oh my God, I put these things into my body, or I am allowing my body to be susceptible to all of these things. Then you're like, okay, I'm putting in the work. And then you go hardcore with your foot soak. It's the same thing. It's like if you want to have a soft ayahuasca experience and just be able to say, I did one, yeah. Then that's like taking a foot spa, and just having a great soak and moving on and loving life. And then you go like Paula, and you mummify yourself because you did 4 foot soaks in a row, and you're dehydrated and you have to drink 2 gallons of water to recover. But you got all that shit out of you.
Worth it.
Then your experience is going to be different. But I will only, in either way, she'll only give you what you can handle.
DMT will just launch you there. That DMT's way like a version of her that just really doesn't give a shit about what you're talking about.
It's like a slingshot, so you don't get a choice.
Yeah, there's no real choice.
It's like as far as
Like, so if you want to see, you smoke DMT right
Yeah.
off the bat.
But
you'll
if you want to see, yes, I agree with that, because
Aya will not let you see it until you're ready to see it.
because the slingshot, I feel like DMT, the sling.
Shaman, you gotta leave.
Yeah, no. I'm agreeing with that, because the slingshot, everyone knows what a slingshot does,
Take the
right?
third hit.
You pull it back, and then there's tension, and you pull it until there's no tension left. And DMT, the tension in the DMT comes from how hard you pull in the smoke. So the pull will determine how far you're launched. Okay, and if you pull hard enough, you can be launched into outer space. You're going so far and you're having an experience for a couple of seconds or a few minutes, and it feels like hours. And in those seconds and few minutes, you truly are doing work on yourself. Your body is working, but it's working at an exponential
I remember Joe
rate.
said, I was there for like a couple of hours, and then I came back over here, and then it was a few minutes.
And then went back. Right.
And then went back over there, and I'm like, well, you're during those 3 weeks or 3 hours or 3 moments or whatever they are to you, you can step outside of time. Right. And a minute passes here, and there's no time over here, and you could stay as long as you want and learn. So that's why it was 40 years of AA, I heard once, in 1 hour.
Oh yeah, a lot of people had said that.
What year is this?
One of our other beautiful drinkers, she said, a beautiful lady, she was like, 10 years of therapy. 10 years of therapy in one afternoon. Who knew? And just the amazement and wonder on her face, like, I had the answers all along. It's like going to therapy. You know, we were talking about this week also. You sit down with a therapist, and basically you have to work it out with you. Okay. She guides you and nudges you along, but basically it's you working it out with you. So you work it out with you at your pace. This says, come on, we don't have much time. We have your brain and your heart and your pineal gland lined up. Let's get this shit done.
Have your attention.
We have minutes, maybe hours. Let's get it done. And that's how it does, because it starts working on you physically, you know. And, you know, if you're not aware of what your problem is, or even think you know where to start, you know, the drinking or the drugs or the behavior or overeating or not eating enough, those are all symptoms to a bigger problem. That's never the problem. That's the result of the problem. That's how the problem is manifesting itself. It's never that, you know. But a lot of people are afraid to look beyond that. You know, with Aya and with DMT, you don't get a choice. You're launched into it. So, but she will only give you what you can handle. But you're going to have to handle some shit, because otherwise you're going to have to handle something. Right. Because you're there.
Or you're not going to get nothing done.
You're there. And, you know, and I always say this, it's the manner in which you prepare, because, you know, the diet is important. Following the diet is important. And not many people really do that. You know, some people follow it. Some people follow it like Ellen, like crazy. She's just a crazy person, you know, and people do follow the diet when they're going to drink. But some people don't understand why the diet is necessary. These are the people who like to argue with, you know, still being able to drink regular soda, you know, and like, you know, I'll get, or diet soda. You go to Friendly's and you order an ice cream sundae, but you order a diet soda with it. It's like, well, you know, I don't want the extra sugar. It's like,
yeah, but you kill yourself faster.
Yeah. So, you know,
I'll poison myself harder.
Again, and I don't judge. I don't care. You know, I eat ice cream and I drink soda sometimes. So, and I don't drink diet soda. I drink the regular stuff because I'd rather have sugar. It's just going to kill me in a different way. So, but do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You own it. You know, you're going to do it. You own it. You know, if you're going to say you feel guilty about it, then you're putting poison into your system. You know, if you're going to do it, love it. And then
transmute that fucking stuff and have a good
and then
time.
Move on. Anyway,
that's I love you guys so much.
Oh, you're tired. Okay.
I'm beat.
All right. Okay. I'm tired too.
No, we did good. Look at that. We're way past the time you like to roll with.
Oh, okay.
I want everybody to go over to check out Expanded Understanding, their channel, and check out Aaron and Zach and see Willow and the rest of the gang over there. They're really awesome. Love them so much. I love everybody else so much. Anyone that's been trying to get in touch with me is wondering what the fuck's going on. I've been shamaning.
Yeah. So everything's back to normal.
So it's just starting to roll back up, and it's been a crazy week. So everybody get some rest. Enjoy the new energies, soak it in. Don't get involved with the disputes and the nonsense. If you're leveling up and you're taking care of business, you're just an observer, man. I'm here to just take a look around so I could get done what I need to do so I could be in place for the big thrill. All right. Use discernment, go with love, be compassionate, love yourself a little extra. And if you have someone that you love them extra more. Okay. Stay fearless, everybody. And remember that universe rewards bravery. Hold on. Shout outs to Sun.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
I love you
Thank
so much, man. Thank you. Positive vibes to you. I'm proud of all of you making it happen. Without all of us doing this, it's not going to work. You know that.
No, we need to all do it. We need points of light. We need to raise vibration.
Raise your vibration. Keep your frequency high. If you need us, we'll bring over the StarShip FearLess, land it right on your head, and we'll scoop you away to that beautiful place. I love you so much, and I love you guys so much. Stay fearless, everybody.
Love you.